How much battery life you got?
Shit, not enough to save me. Not enough to save me. Look at that charger, Rod. I ain't gonna make it. I ain't gonna make it.
Can't even see your battery life.
Oh, this shit crazy.
I'm surprised that you even sitting here doing what you doing.
What? What? Happened to be?
Right.
You got Pokemon cards?
Don't you touch my.
Look at this. That's a good one. Are these for me?
No.
What you doing with them?
Don't worry about it.
What you doing with V-Maxes?
Don't worry about all that.
Oh, reverse hollows. You must have pulled these.
Don't worry about where I get my stuff from.
You need to do more.
I don't have to do nothing but stay black and die.
All right,
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is a Wednesday afternoon, which is weird for us to be here today. I gotta say, it is weird. It's Wednesday. Usually it's a Monday or a Tuesday, but you know, when things happen, you gotta make changes and do what you need to do. So I'm just saying, you know, sometimes you just gotta make sacrifices and make things work that's best for you. So, but I gotta say, it's been a lovely week. Things have been so far anyway. So, but to everybody out there, thank you for joining. Thank you for being a part of this. This show wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for y'all. So I just want to say thank y'all once again. As my co-host is coming back from doing whatever he's doing. Okay, you had to use the facilities. That's cool.
Yeah, that shit finna die. No, nigga, I'm finna die.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rod. This is Rome. If y'all don't know us.
With a capital R. With a capital R.
But as I was saying,
you know, I've never noticed the logo till now. That what's good? Yeah, my brother on here, bitch ass nigga. Yeah, that's my brother. He on here. What the fuck he doing? I ain't seen that nigga in forever.
What's going on, everybody that's joining us from TikTok? Welcome here. We usually try to keep it light, keep it 100.
Keep it, well, it depends. Oh, shut up, whole ass. Oh, you can't talk to me like that. So, nigga, you know who I am? I'm a star. That nigga crazy.
Just one, again, my co-host.
Hey, I'm here.
He's being Rome as usual.
My bad. I just didn't like how my brother spoke to me. I'm a fucking celebrity. You know who I am?
He's not. He wants to be a celebrity, and that's cool and all, but you know how we do.
Oh, you don't say that shit to them niggas with Kai Sanat? Don't say that shit to me.
He's not a celebrity. Yo, what's going on? What's happening, everyone?
Everyone. Welcome in. We're finna get started in this bitch. Biatch.
So, as per usual, we always have the question of the day. So
I have a few things today.
Before
we get started, today we got the question. I got a quote for white folk.
Oh Lord!
Because
you have to remember we have a mixed audience, so you have to.
No, this only pertains to them.
Oh, okay.
Because they're the only ones doing this shit. So we gonna do a little history lesson. We gonna have an argument today. It's gonna happen. But the first question of the day, which is motherfucking wild. Do y'all believe men are asked to do too much in today's time?
No.
In today's time.
No, I can't say we are.
Or all round, or however you want to pull it. The woman who asked me this, and she is a woman, you know, I can't shout her out. She didn't want me to put her name out there because she wanted.
She wanted? Then why are you talking to her if she's wanted?
I don't know. She probably one of the people who escaped from Louisiana. I don't know. But no, she asked the question, and are men asked to do too much?
And I'll sit here and tell you.
In the household.
No. Why would you think that they would be...
I'm just asking. That's the question. I'm asking.
No, I'm asking that because I'm saying, why would you think that we're being asked? Why would she think that?
I don't know. She said it was just, she wondered from a man's standpoint because, you know, she just wanted to know.
I don't think we are. I think you know, at the end of the day, most men are going to be men. They're going to handle majority of the things that go on in a household. So to say that we do too much, I don't think we do
No,
too.
asked.
I don't think we're asked too much.
That was the question asked.
I don't think men are asked to do too much unless when we're talking about these women who don't know what a man's job is or how a man should act or how a man should respond.
I mean, I agree because wow, that's crazy. Oh shit, my stomach hurt. I said I agree.
Well, there's nothing wrong.
I usually don't agree with him, but
I mean, you got to look at it for what it is.
yeah,
right?
it's crazy. It's
They say, are we asked to do too much? I don't think we're asked to do too much. I actually think that from a man perspective, from my end, no. I think men are the ones that do go out there and say, okay, what you need. Therefore, we open the door for people to ask us to do this or to do that or to do these type of
who
things.
you think is asked to do more, the woman or the man?
And honestly, it's a 50-50 or depending on how your household is set up. Because in your household, you may be asked to do more. You know what I mean? Your wife may ask you to say, hey, I need you to do this, 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 and this. Where you may ask her, hey, just can you do this? And you see what I'm saying?
I'm going to say the woman. I don't know. My answer is leaning towards the woman.
I can't say the woman because it all depends on which way you're looking from the perspective. Because at the same time, a man is only going. Well, first of all, as a man, we already know we are supposed to do a whole lot of things.
Yeah, this, that, and the first. Yes.
So when you say who has to do more, or what was it again?
Yeah, who you think is asked to do more? Like who has more on their plate?
It all depends on how your household is set up.
Give me the woman.
I can't give you the
I'm
woman.
Gonna say the woman
Because if
you get pregnant.
No, that's not. But again, though.
Can you juggle a job and be pregnant?
That's not asking a man. That's not. But
I'm just saying on their plate.
No, that's not. But that's part of life. That's not saying that's too much. Unfortunately, that's part.
I'm not saying that's too much.
That's part of a woman's responsibilities.
But I'm asking who has more on the plate.
No,
I think the woman. That's not asking more. I'm just saying who has more to deal with. I think it's the woman.
No, I think it's a man because they have to deal with everything that a woman doesn't.
Oh, that's vice versa. That's kind of vague.
No, it's not because you just saying, okay, can a man get pregnant? No. Can a woman get pregnant? Yes. But on the back end of it, what's the man gonna do in the meantime that woman's pregnant? He's gonna do everything else.
I've known women to work doing they.
But it's all about your household.
But I'm saying who has more on the plate. I'm gonna give the woman. Only because, like I said,
you're using that one thing, but that's not saying.
But there's a few things. I mean,
what else?
On.
What else?
You're
else?
using pregnancy. You're using cook. You're using moving around.
No, because a man can cook for himself.
I'm just saying.
A woman can cook for himself.
I'm just saying.
A man can cook for himself. A man can clean for himself. The only thing that a woman can't do, that a man can't do that a woman can is have kids. Because at the end of the day, when you look at the table, you do the same. You get up and go to work. You clean your house, you cook, you wash, you do all of those things. Hey, thanks, Josh. I appreciate you liking the live.
He liked the live?
Yeah, he liked the live.
On which one?
He's on Twitch.
He don't never like my shit.
Don't you? Because you don't. You know what? I'm not dealing with you. Don't do that.
My bad. I keep forgetting.
My
bad. I'm tripping.
It's different.
No one ever likes my shit. Go ahead.
But when you look at it from a standpoint, the only thing a woman can't do that a man can't do is have a child. A man can do.
So what can the man do that the woman can't?
So,
I just what can the man do that the woman can't? And not it's not bashing man. I'd say it's.
You're only
But that's the hard.
Yeah, we see the eyes. I know.
That's all I'm saying. Who got the harder? Who got the harder role right now?
I still think the man has a harder role because everything is going to follow him. Here we go.
Read that, my mama in the chat, y'all. She in the chat.
But see, again, though, that is that particular man. Every guy is not
ain't
that.
Doing even half the stuff. But I'm just saying.
But that falls back again to what type of man that a woman's dealing with.
But that's not the point.
Yes, it is.
Right.
She said most men are not doing half of that. But what about the other half of men that are actually the ones that's taking
Okay.
care of the kids,
All right.
that's doing the dishes, that's washing the clothes,
right.
that's cutting the grass, that's taking the trash out, that's doing all of those things that a woman can't
What
do.
chat is that? Nigga, the chat is... Oh, no, my bad. We go live on 4 or 5 different things. I'm just doing it on YouTube right now. He's doing it on what?
Twitch and TikTok.
TikTok. So, yeah, it's the chat on the other end. You see a chat here, but there's another chat, too. And stop disrespecting me, nigga. I told you I'm a fucking champion. Go ahead.
But that's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
I know, I understand.
So when somebody says certain men are not doing this, see, again, we take as a whole men as this man is this one man represents this half of the men race represents all men, and you can't do that because what ends up happening is you're building a false facade of saying all men are like that, and that's how people run with it.
Okay, I'll give you that. So answer the question: what can man do that woman can't? Thank you.
I told you that's the only thing. And if you're saying
what can man do that woman can't do? What's the
I hate to use this, and you're gonna hate when I
difference?
say this, but we haven't had a woman president, and it's been a man.
Is that the motherfucking? I'm not finna answer that. I'm not finna get pregnant. Thank you.
I mean that's the only thing, but that doesn't make it hard. That doesn't say they have it harder than men.
But what makes it harder for the
So
man?
what happens when a man has to raise a child without the woman?
What happened when the woman has to raise a child without the
Again,
man?
so it's a stalemate.
But who will have the harder road?
I don't know.
I think the woman will.
I think the man do, because what end up happening is they'll tell a man, hey, you need to go do this, 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 and this, where they give assistance to women. Let's be clear.
I did say that.
They give assistance to women, and what ends up happening is that it's easier for a woman to get extra help than a man to go get extra help.
I give you that.
So again, it's all about how you look at different things.
But that's not everybody though.
No, and I'm not
every woman can get that type of assistance.
Well, it all depends on your financial status and what you're doing.
So
So there's different things that come into it.
I just hate that, and I'm only siding with the women because looking at it, they got assistance to. Oh no, mama. That's what it was. But they do have men for assistance.
But how hard is it for a man to get assistance versus a woman to get assistance?
I've never met a man to get it.
Exactly.
But to my mom's credit, there are.
I know it's there.
There are men assistants that get it.
I'm not saying it's not there, but
is
again,
it the pride
it's hard.
stopping us for asking for it?
No. A lot of men actually try to get it and they get denied because
I've never met a man to get it.
Again, why? Because most men have jobs that pay
or ask for it.
Or no. Most men have jobs that will automatically disqualify them from getting it.
I deem you a bum if you get it.
No, I can't.
On my end, looking at I deem you.
If you got two kids,
assistance?
No, you can't. You can't say it's assistance. I can't deem you less of a man if you know what your limits are.
Most men don't have their kid. Well, wait.
See, there we go again. It's
wait, hold on. We got two. Both have difficult trials and individual. Yeah, and that is, and then like my mother-in-law said, it's a different lives with different sets.
Yeah.
But yes, it's we're not talking about the woman that doesn't get the government assistance, that doesn't get the help.
Now, if the woman got a six-figure,
harder for the woman.
No, if the woman got a six-figure job, she bossy.
That goes if.
I'm just telling you.
You read my shit.
So again.
Okay, for those who.
But do you get what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying?
He like to time my shit.
That's what I'm supposed to do. But when you look at, like I said, you got to look at it from. It's so many different factors that people don't factor in. You know, it's like this guy. He might work a menial job, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day,
got his shit together.
You know, he's doing what he's supposed to do. So he already knows he makes more than what they're going to tell him as far as assistance. Because you got to think about it. When you go and ask for assistance, they want to see everything you make. They want to see what you spend your money on.
I don't think men doing it.
No, because men will go out here and grab 2 jobs, a third job on the side.
But so would a woman.
Not all. Because at a certain point, a woman feels like they need to be taken care of. So now they're looking
Not if you a single parent and you had no choice. You're gonna have to be that nurse, work at Waffle House, come home, and then you gotta cook, clean, go back out to the nursery because there's not enough. Then you gotta go right back to the Waffle House, smell like pork and grease. Then you gotta go out there and cut that grass. Then you gotta come back. It'll be harder.
But you do understand what I'm saying.
So
though.
watch this.
I can't say
For a man, let's just say that was the case. He worked at Waffle House. He's gonna take care of that, right? Now he's gonna come home. Now with the woman, I gotta find someone to cut my grass because most women don't cut grass. The man, oh, I got a lawnmower. I'm gonna cut my grass. Or, oh man, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go ahead. I might order me some. That woman, well, I might not have that much money. I might have to keep that.
No, because I'm a firm believer. If I got food in my kitchen, regardless,
If they don't have it, what they gonna do? What they gonna eat? Air? That's what the fuck. I gotta give it to the woman. I got to, because I look at what can go wrong.
See, I can't do that.
And what can go wrong is that.
Since we're on this subject of relationships and so forth, air tastes delicious.
Hey, when you broke and got no money, god damn.
So let me ask you a question. What's it like to be a gamer in this day and age? With working a full-time job
and being married?
And what are some of the challenges that you face?
Nothing.
Really?
My wife don't give a fuck what I do. Nothing. As long as I ain't doing nothing I ain't got no business doing. My wife don't care if I buy a game. My wife don't care if I'm playing the game. Sometimes she'll watch me when I play. We got to get out of this silly notion that, oh, if you play the game, you're fucking no, motherfucker. What do you prefer? I could be in the house. I could be in the street fucking with these bitches. Or I could be at home playing the game. I think I'd rather take that. I've seen a lot of posts, people saying that they don't like that man playing the game because it takes away from the attention. What attention? If you playing the game with him or sitting right next to him, I don't see what's the... Me and my wife will play a game together.
Uh-huh.
My wife will watch me play and watch me go through all types of hoops. No, baby, he's right there. Me and my wife play. I play Call of Duty. No, baby, he in the corner. Oh, no, yeah. My wife gets involved.
So I would say to you...
Who cares?
That your wife is an exception to the rule.
Oh, they know it's fucking exception.
Yes,
That's what it is.
Yes, it is.
That's what it is.
It's for you. That's why I'm asking you, like, what is your takeaway? Is it a problem with you being in a healthy relationship, being a gamer?
I am a father. I am a gamer. I am a streamer. I'm a podcaster. I go to work. I spend time with my wife. Me and my wife go on many dates. And me and my wife have a sexual relationship. Yes, we have sexual coitus. It's called coitus. Yes, we do have sex. Yes, we do go out and eat. Yes, we do take long drives on the park. Yes.
Long drives on the park.
On the park. Yes, okay. We play the game together. Yes, we eat together every night. I don't eat unless she's eating with me because I won't do it. Healthy as can be.
So you don't have any problems with being a gamer in this modern age where everybody's against being that?
Don't correct Rome the special. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't want... For me, you're a gamer. If you met me this way, now, there's only two things that's going to happen. You're going to join me, or you're going to get the fuck on.
You can't do that once you're married, though.
Yes, the fuck you can. Everybody needs an outlet. Just make sure you help out around the house and spend time together. Thank you. That's my mother-in-law, y'all. I say hi to my mother-in-law, motherfucker. I'll kill you. Yes. Yes, that's how... You think me and my wife give a fuck? You think my wife cares what the fuck I do? As long as I ain't out there with another woman and I'm at home, I'm safe at home. I don't go nowhere. My wife ain't around, I don't go. So if I'm at home and we're playing the game, and mind you, you've been... How many times have we played the game and my wife has been right there?
Oh, plenty.
My wife will watch me play the game. My wife will watch me play, go matches online and tell me, damn, baby, you could have did better than that. I'd be mad now.
So wait a minute. She be sidelining when you be getting your ass kicked.
It's not often. So I don't want you to feel like, I don't lose like that. I don't. I can show you the record too. I don't lose like that. So she'll be like, "Oh no, baby, you could have did better than that." What? And then I go ahead. Yeah. No, my wife partakes in it. My wife. My
Well,
wife.
see, I guess it's easier for you because she partakes in her own
Yeah, my
things that
wife
she
look
plays.
at games and she
But
be
what do you?
like,
But what do
"Baby,
you
you
think?
got to get this game. You got to. Oh, baby, when you get your PC up, She was just telling me, oh, when you get your PC up, on my mama, on my boy. She was just telling me, hey, when you get this game up, oh man, well you need to play this and stream it. Me and my wife talked about streaming together while we play the game and her reactions or that scary game shit. But it doesn't matter. I was like, now, if you get you a wife that be losing too often, you could be a test of that. Do I lose? I don't.
I don't know what you do outside of when we
You
play.
want to lie? I win. I have a record to prove it. I win. I have a problem with losing.
But I told you that though a long time
Yeah,
ago.
that's
But you
besides
don't want
the
to hear.
point.
No, that's not. No,
That's
that's not
point.
besides the point.
Anybody who wants to see me in tech can come get it. I just downloaded. Thanks to him. I just downloaded Marvel vs. Capcom, the collection too. Anybody who feels like you can go on and fight me. Come on, all invitations. You don't win. You don't win.
But back to the conversation.
No, but yes, I don't give a man. If your wife gives a fuck that you play in the game, okay, go cheat on her. Fuck it. Go find you another bitch.
And then you're back right where you started from.
That's your business. That's your business. Now I told you. There's only two ways this gonna roll. There's only two ways. This ain't up for it. I still remember these, but you did not beat me in that. Okay, whatever. There's only two ways this gonna roll. You're either gonna join or you get the fuck out. That's easy. You don't have to join me or get the fuck out. Like, I didn't have to give my wife that option. I played stuff that my wife enjoyed. It was easy. Oh, I like that. That looks pretty cool. My wife would tell me, that game sucks. I won't play.
So she dictate what you play now.
It's not a dictate.
That just sound like just then.
No. If I'm playing a game, and you know me, I'll play the game because, I don't like wasting my motherfucking money. But if I'm playing a game and my wife looking at it, that looks kind of boring, my wife is a reflection of me. So if she sees it, that means I see it. I'm out of here. I'm not playing that game. Many games I've played, yeah. My wife caught on, I'm out of here. It's good. If my wife can catch on and I can't, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm not playing that shit. I'm not. Out of respect, I'm not playing it. So I don't have no issue.
I think some of the issues that plague us.
Who has an issue?
No, I'm just.
Okay, what are the issues you've seen? And I can address it.
So, some of the issues that I've seen and read about and talked about, one is that most women who date gamers literally say we spend too much time playing the game.
Get the fuck out.
That's your answer.
Get the fuck out.
Because
there's no time management.
There is time management. Because you can't spend every waking moment on the game if you're in a healthy relationship.
Says who?
You're in a healthy relationship with a non-gamer.
Who said that?
Let's be clear. No, it didn't. No, it's
who ain't a gamer?
I said not you.
My baby play the game. Who ain't?
You still not. You see, you're not listening.
No, you.
Again.
You trying to deflect.
I'm not trying to deflect. I'm trying to get you to understand that all women are not gamers. All women don't fit the mold of your wife.
Oh, she the one. Well, make them.
You can't make anybody do something they don't want to do.
Says who?
Says life.
Cap. Cap. Yes, you can. You can everybody do whatever the hell you want them to do.
No.
Yes, you can. Yes,
no, you can't.
Okay.
No, you can't.
My wife read me. She wasn't playing the game. Guess what she's doing now? Playing the game.
But again, no, you have a whole different philosophy than other people. Your philosophy and what you do.
You can call it force.
It is force.
No, it's not. I don't put a gun to play this game or I'm capping your shit off. I don't do that. You can play the game. You don't want to play the game? Oh, all right. Reverse psychology is and I didn't have to do that. My wife enjoyed playing the game.
But that's different, though. We're talking about...
You have to compromise.
You do.
I'll compromise on what game we play.
No, but see that there you go.
That's fair.
No, that's not fair.
You gotta.
That is not fair.
You wanna know how you do it? You find a game that they enjoy. Baby, what? If you could play a game, what would it be?
Everybody, trust me. I've already had.
Everybody has a game.
Everybody might have a game that they
Everybody
like,
has a game.
but that does not mean that they're going to be able to understand your message.
Yes, you would.
No.
Once you get them started, once you open that door, I know two girls that used to cheat on their man because they were very.
So let me ask you this:
crazy.
If your partner doesn't understand your gaming habits and see it as a waste of time or childish or a threat to the relationship, what would you tell them?
It's on the road, baby. It's on the road. Wait, what did my brother say? Exactly. Find the game. Rome ain't lying on this. You know.
No, and I'm not saying. But here's the thing, though. You can find a game for them to play. That's fine. But if they're not a core gamer,
everybody has a game.
You still let me finish what I'm saying. Everybody's not a core gamer. So what that means is basically saying, yes, I can play this game, but I'm not like you where I'm going to play this all the time.
Can you make a core gamer?
That's up to them.
Can you make a core gamer?
No.
Yes, you can.
No.
Yes, you can.
Because you had success with it doesn't mean it works for everybody.
Everybody has a game.
Okay, one game.
Even if it's Uno, they be playing that. Everybody has a game. And the problem is, once you get that one game hooked into them, it could be one game, it could be two games. Once you get that one game into them, you open Pandora's box.
No,
because now you open up there might be another card game like this. Let me see if there's another one that matches that. And now you're looking for games when you wasn't looking for games at all.
I guess you misunderstood the question that I asked you.
I misunderstood nothing.
You basically said no, ain't no way. But if a woman tells you it's a waste of time, it's childish, or a threat to the relationship,
you're gonna have to change their mind, or you out of here. True step. You're gonna have to change their mind out of here because it's not hard to see something my way. So, like my mother-in-law say, compromise. So you can't compromise to see. Now watch this.
No.
If I said that all with your TV reality shows you be watching be trash, I don't understand why you watching that shit. Oh no, baby, you gotta watch it for this. And come here, let me show you. Okay, it'd be the same way that I want to do to show you with the game. Okay,
but if she doesn't gravitate towards you and you still spend more time playing the game than that, you don't think that's a detriment to the relationship?
You'll come around eventually. Everybody does not have a game. The problem is women feel like the game is more important than they are. Where you need to join the game.
You can't. See, again, you have this mentality of where I'm going to make you do what...
I'm not making you do anything.
You literally said...
At the end of the day, it's your choice.
Either you're going to be with me...
Or you can roll. Because this is me. This is me. When you met me, right? Now, if you love me, like you say, you said true love is you're willing to do anything for true love, correct? I'm not going to change who you are because that's not what brought me to the table to come to you, right? If you know I was a gamer when you met this nigga, hey, look, if you partake in the festivities, you might see a different outlook. Because I know a person right now that was the same way. She was the same way, but now she plays the game. She was like, oh, wow, I never seen it this way. Like as an outlet. Oh, no, I found games that was similar to the things I like. It's not too hard. People make it difficult. Oh, yeah, you're not spending time with me. I'm not. You only care a fuck about the game. Well, wait a minute, baby. Now, if you want to spend money on something that I felt like was a waste of time, should I scold you for that? If you went on Amazon and bought all types of shit, and I feel like you don't know it, you shouldn't have that. What you do? Why you bought it?
No.
Should I scold you for it? So you can't scold me for the game if I spend my money on it.
No, but it's not about spending the money. Because what happens when you create conflict for whatever reason you may say. So trying to force somebody...
It's not force.
Yes, it is. You're saying that...
You're not with it, leave me alone.
And that's fine. That's cool. But if you're already in a relationship and she sees in the relationship that, okay, now we're in this relationship. I'm not trying to change you.
Because that's what it is.
No,
though.
it's not a change.
If I'm telling you spending too much time on that game, and why would you spend money
But
on
if
that?
you're not,
You're trying to change
but
me.
here's the thing though: if you're not spending time with her,
Who says we're not?
no, I'm just saying.
Join a nigga.
But what if that's not? What if that's not what she wants to do?
Okay, fine. Let's do it this way then. Fuck the game. Fuck the game. You're right. Fuck the game. I'm gonna be under you 24 hours. Fuck it. We're doing everything together.
And then all of a sudden, but see, now that's being.
I just wouldn't recommend dealing with someone who spends an extreme amount of time don't agree with. It's just people make time for what they care about and don't make time for. And it's but
and that's true. Because if
and no.
it's not. Because if
fuck the game.
Right.
I'm gonna spend time with you all day.
Okay.
That's what you want. Fuck the game.
But now you resent her.
No, I'm not. I'm doing what you asked because I took time to spend time with you.
You will
fuck the game.
In the end, you will resent her because of that.
No, she's gonna resent herself because of that.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
Because she got what she wants.
No, you know what's gonna happen? This nigga's always under me. You don't got nothing better else to do? No. I don't have nothing better else to do. I got spend time with you because that's what we need to do. I don't need my own time. Right? Am I wrong? I don't need my own time. My time is you. So I'm gonna dedicate as much time as I can to you. Fuck the game, right?
Okay.
So then, when you get tired of me being under you, and you need space, what's gonna happen? I wish this nigga go back and play the game. No, I don't want to play the game. I want to be with my wife.
I think sometimes, and here's what I say. Sometimes this is just my opinion from.
What's wrong with a little bit of space?
No, it's fine to have space. I'm not saying that. I'm saying when you look at it from somebody else's perspective, if you come home from work,
I want to wind down.
You want to wind down, but your wind down shouldn't be 5 hours before you.
What's the difference?
A lot.
So okay, so if I come home from work in 12 hours.
You're going to spend the next 5 hours.
If that's how I choose to wind down, that's my outlet.
I'm saying, so it takes 5 hours to wind down.
If that's my choice. If I've been working 12,
you don't think you should
12 to 13 hours, we can talk. There's no one saying you can't. But if I've been working 12 to 13 hours, you think I want to hear you tell me some stuff?
Yeah.
I could have had the worst day imaginable. And yes, you could change it. Yes, it can happen. But if I want to wind down, I'm going to wind down.
You still can wind down, but you don't think you should come in first, have a few conversations, maybe.
We can, but you're going to have a problem with me playing the game for 5 hours. And when I do, if I check on you, you're going to have a problem. And I can tell you this from close hand because I dated someone who was like that. And guess what I told her?
See, you did.
Can you imagine? No, I didn't.
Different.
No, I didn't.
I said you're different.
I told her. I dated a chick. She was like, "Oh man, is the game your life? Wait a minute, baby. I don't harass you when you're watching your shows. Cause she used to love what's that? Loving hip hop and Housewives. I don't bother you when you're watching that shit. I don't tell you, oh no, you need to spend time. When we spent time, we spent time. When we didn't, we did it. When we talked, we talked. Hell, sometimes I talk to her doing playing the game. Because hey, that's what I'm real alert then. You could ask me anything. We can have a full-blown conversation if you want to. Just do it. I do my best conversations playing the game anyway. Because now my mind is thinking on this and my mind is open. I don't see, if I come home from 12-hour days and decide to sit down and play the game, my wife, no one believes me, ask my wife. My wife will tell you, man, I'm seeing that bitch play that shit goddamn and knock a game out. And my wife will be sitting right there on her phone, doing her homework. Occasionally she'll look up. She was like, ooh, baby, no, it's over there. She'll get involved, go back to the phone. Come back, we'll have a conversation. I'll talk to her playing the game together. We're making it like this because I'm playing a game. Doesn't mean I can't have a conversation with you. I can't talk to you. We can have a deep conversation. We can have an open conversation. I can't spend time with you. Do you know when you're sitting there having a conversation with me about the game, where you're complaining, you know you're spending time with me right then?
No, I get where you're coming from.
I'm not saying, oh, no, I'm just saying, damn. to make it a big deal, to say, I'll give you a better one, to say something that I enjoy is a waste of time because you don't see the significance of me playing the game. What we need to have a conversation about. What do we need to talk about? I don't criticize you on the things you enjoy. You shouldn't criticize me.
but you can't just throw everything in one basket and say
It's not, but you're criticizing me, so it's okay for her to criticize me.
no. I've never saying it's okay to criticize, but what I'm saying is
Just downplay the game.
no. It's saying basically this is what if a person can't tell you how they feel about something,
That's
and
fine.
that's fine. I get it.
All
but
right.
with you, and this is what I'm seeing from this conversation that we're having.
Okay, go ahead.
Is that when you literally tell somebody it's the highway and go and kick bricks if you don't like what I do.
Because you're trying to change me.
No, that does not mean they're trying to change you.
No, you get Rod. You
I
can
don't
give
think
your opinion.
I don't think it's that they trying to change you.
So
Only thing they want you to do is not necessarily.
what happened if I agreed with you and said you're right, baby? Fuck the game.
No. She's not telling you.
No.
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
You
all
said
she said was.
Okay.
All she said was. Cut back on your time.
No,
she
that's
didn't
not what
say,
you said.
What did I say?
You said so. Sometimes they say that whatever she tells you. Oh, I don't understand why you're playing the game and wasting your money on that.
No, I didn't say wasting money. You never heard me say waste money. All I said was they consider it as a waste of time. But here's the thing though. Instead of you saying, well, if you don't like it, you can kick bricks.
Because how you gonna tell me it's a waste of time for
here's
something I enjoy?
But if you instead of you saying, okay, kick bricks, you could say, well, do you know why I do what I do?
I should have to explain
Yes, you
why I
should.
enjoy something.
Yes,
why?
yes,
I have
you
to
should.
explain to somebody
Yeah.
that knows
Because
me
maybe they don't.
why I do
They don't.
why I
What
play
if they
something
don't
that
know?
I enjoy.
What if they
I'm
don't
on
know?
it. I'm on it.
Even if you're playing it, they don't know why.
I'm on it.
And that's the point that I'm trying
That's
to get you to
something I
understand.
enjoy.
Okay, you enjoy it.
So
can you explain to her why? Can you explain to her why you enjoy it?
Okay, so if I ask her to explain why she enjoys watching
And she tells you,
and she can't, that's their business. I don't need to know why you do something.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Because that's part of learning a person
No,
too,
it's
as
not.
well.
I know you like this show. Don't bother your ass when you watching it. I don't come over here to. I know when my wife is watching Bridgerton, my wife is watching Wednesday. My wife is watching some shit with these nuns who give babies and they taking them and they come back. I know, Jerome, you need to shut the fuck up. Don't bother her.
But did you ever ask her why she liked it? No, I'm just being 100.
No.
You ever asked why?
No.
It never bothered you, not 1%.
No, because
if
if she enjoys something enough to watch it, I don't need to know why. It's not my intent, because now I'm prying, because it's gonna make it look. It's gonna make me. It from you looking in, it's gonna make you question.
No, it doesn't.
That's you.
I'm trying to figure out where you get this sense of like. You feel like
I don't need to ask why you enjoy something. That's
Yeah,
your
you do.
business. No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
You don't. I don't need to know why you like the real. You know how many times I've asked my mom, why you be watching the Real House? Why something like why? My mother watch all them seasons.
And what she say?
Why?
What did she tell you?
That's my business. That don't got nothing to do with you. You're right.
You come from a different household. You come from
Because it's not my business.
You come from a completely different line.
Why do I gotta question you on the shit you enjoy?
Because you might learn something.
Learn what? I'm watching you watch it. I don't need to. I'm not questioning nothing. All them shit my wife watch, I don't ask her a damn. I sit there. My wife will do one better. She'll tell you about the show. This what happened right here, and I'm listening. Right, I know about the show, and I'm sitting there. From her telling me, I'm sitting there like, damn, that don't sound too bad.
But again, though,
because that's not my business.
You've never thought to ask why she likes what she likes.
If she likes it, I love it.
Why? Because it keeps her away from you, and you can do what you want to do.
No, Rod.
I'm playing devil advocate. I'm
when
asking
I
a question.
tell you, me and my wife, if I'm in the game, if I'm playing the game in the room, she's in the room with me. If I'm Rod, we eat together every night.
Okay.
Every night. If I get my food before she do, I will fucking wait until she come and we eat that shit together.
Okay.
Cause I do shit together.
And I'm not
I do
saying
everything.
And here's the thing, I'm
And
not saying that's wrong. What I'm more saying is that
I don't want to ask her. I don't. If you're watching something, that means you're invested and interested. I don't have to come question you and ask you. The most thing I might tell you, baby, what's going on in the show, what done happened, and then Pandora's box open. She get to telling me about every character, and I enjoy that. So with her just telling me and explaining what's going on, I don't need no explanation on why you like the show so much. I'm not interested.
I think in some cases it's actually good to know why a person likes what they like. I mean, it's just like for me, I love the games. I can tell you every reason why I watch the show, what shows I watch, why I watch them. I can tell you why I like them. I can tell you why I'm interested in them. Same thing with gaming. I can tell you straight up why I like what I like and don't have a problem doing it. If someone was to ask me, I don't feel like they're prying. I feel like they're trying to get to know me as a person. Regardless, man, female, whoever I'm talking to at the time.
I'm more into the, how can I put this? I'm into the verbal, but I'm more into the way you ask me a question. Because if you ask me, now this is me, if I'm playing something, man, why you like playing that? I'm going to take it as you're trying to downplay.
No.
But that's how. I'm going to take it like you're trying to downplay.
But I think that's part of the issues that we have too as people.
Now,
because again, I do understand that it's all about context, how you ask the question.
Yeah,
how
if
things
you
are done.
verb it
but
right,
that doesn't mean that.
But I'm not going to ask. If you ask me that way, that's how I'm going to interpret it. Because
you don't think that's a change that requires a change in thinking pattern sometimes too?
Because then if I do,
because if you see, I get when you say the energy you give off is the energy that you give back.
Now, if you ask me the question like, "Oh man, what makes you play that? What makes you play that versus you?"
But
man,
but see again though,
it's a play on words.
No, not necessarily.
No, that's for me. It's a play on words.
But you know, sometimes you have to
ask is how
sometimes
you
have to elevate your thinking based on the person that you're talking to too.
But
because they might not know no better.
But again, that's why I say a play on words. The way you ask something will determine the response you get. Because look at
Let me ask you: should you get out of character because somebody else gets out of character?
Depends on the situation.
That situation right there, because they got out of character and came to you and asked you that way. Do you think that?
I'm going to get defensive.
But you shouldn't.
But I am because if someone actually, now if my wife came out and said, "Baby, why are you playing that game?" You know, there's nothing else. It's a play on words.
I think part of the issue with the whole question that we're having is that
it's the play on words.
No, we're looking at it as wife, girlfriend, this, that, or the third. Let's take the wife aspect out of it.
Oh, and is this a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Man, you can't tell me shit. You can't tell me shit.
But then your relationship would never grow.
Bye. It's different from a wife. Now, if my wife say now, again, we're talking on a wife's perspective.
See, that's why I'm not saying wife perspective.
No, I'm saying if
You're
my wife was
from
doing
a wife's
that.
Perspective.
Now, if this was a girlfriend telling me something I enjoy and you have get rid of it or get lost. There's more fish in the sea. Because now you ask me why you like playing the game and I explain to you, you don't like the answer, you still think it's a waste of time. Well, I'm done talking to you.
Do you think there should be limits on your game time if you're in a healthy relationship?
I'm in a healthy relationship. No.
You're okay.
You asked me.
But again,
I'm in a healthy relationship.
But what I'm saying, when I say health, I want to take. That's why I said let's
take
the
on
wife.
Saturdays.
That's why I said I take the wife and girlfriend part out.
On Saturdays, if I'm free and I got nothing and I'm taking care of all my responsibilities, man, I'll play that game from 6 o'clock all the way down, and my wife won't say a word. My wife might ask, "You hungry? You want to do something?" No, I'll stop if she want me to. And sometimes I'll tell her, "Baby, I don't feel like doing nothing but playing the game." She'll say, "Okay, understandable. I'll leave you alone." So no, playing time. What the fuck? Nah. And now, if we're talking from a girlfriend's perspective, you're wasting your time.
Why?
Now, let's just say we've been dating for months and you telling me some shit like that. Baby, you wasting your time. You preach it to the choir because it ain't gonna happen. And I'm up front because I told you I've told this to people before. Nah, I'll play the game, baby. You don't like that? I'm probably not the guy for you.
Do you think people that play the game the way that some people do deserve to be in a relationship?
Everybody deserves to be in a relationship, find somebody happy.
So would you say gamers should date gamers and gamers only, or?
Hey, you date whatever you attract.
I'm just asking.
You date whatever you attract. Again, when I was dating Diamond, she wasn't a gamer. She wasn't. I turned her into one. I turned her into a gamer. She enjoyed the games I was playing. She enjoyed watching. I played games that looked like fucking movies. And she was like, ooh, we've played them interactive games together. We've played it. No, I don't. You attract what you attract. I think the issue is you have to find someone who's open-minded. If they're open-minded, there's no conversation here. We're open to anything. We either like it or we don't. But if you come in closed-minded, man, we don't have shit to talk about because you already deemed this.
But you don't think with the right communication that you can change a person who's closed-minded to open-minded toward that?
Say it again?
You don't think so you're dealing with a person that's closed-minded, that don't understand it, right?
Okay.
You don't think by being harsh.
It's not harsh.
No, I'm saying with your hard exterior, that's what I'm going to say.
Well, how I'm coming off.
How
okay.
you're coming off. You don't think you could technically change somebody by changing the way you come?
You can.
By changing the way you come off at them when they ask you.
But you have to be open-minded.
You
expected me to be open-minded with you about something. I expect the same.
But this is what the question that I just asked you about. Like, how do you? No, not how do you do that. But it's just like I just said. They want to know why. If this is when that part comes in. This is when you tell them, hey, this is why. This is this. This is this. Versus you saying, I ain't got to ask you a question. That type of thing.
Well, I don't.
But do you get what I'm saying? It's like they don't know why you do what you do.
Well, for me, again.
No, not you. I'm saying in general. If you're talking to a woman and y'all been dating and she asks you.
If she asks me, again, it's all about, my mother-in-law's always said energy and how you present a question. Now, if your energy's off and you asking me something and I feel like you're giving me that smug, like it's a smart, fuck we got, I'm not answering nothing. Because I see what you want.
But also at the same time.
But if you're not on that level and you...
But you also know the old saying to kill them with kindness, too.
I'm not going to do that.
But then you run the risk of... I wouldn't say you run the risk, but then it comes down to where you can literally say, you know what, well, since you asked me this question, you still can respond in kind without being that way. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if I could.
Yeah, you could. Have you tried?
Yeah. And it's blown up. I've told you, I've been through this already. I've told women this before. You're not with it? Roll out, man. I'm not changing who I am. I'm not. Because if I change who you are, is it okay?
What if they're not changing who you are? What if they're trying to enhance what you are? What if you sit down, this person...
So stopping me from playing the game is enhancing me?
No. What I'm saying is that... So, I'm going to give you the whole situation.
Go ahead.
So, this ain't even us. This is just a hypothetical situation.
Go ahead.
Boy A, girl A. Boy A is a gamer who loves the game. He loves to do all the things that he does. And girl A really doesn't understand why. So she comes and asks him, so I need to know, why are you playing the game the way you do? What is it about this that keeps you occupied doing what you do? Right? She just asked him that, right? So now
what's the energy like?
No, it's not even about energy.
No, I'm asking, what's the energy like with the question answer?
No, it's just a question.
Because that plays a part.
No, it doesn't, because
it does.
Because you still have you have the choice on how you respond. Nobody.
But they have a choice on how you come at me.
What?
Right, if I come at you like a nigga, you're gonna have a problem.
Not all the time.
Rod,
but I'm
if
saying
someone
that,
off the street come to you as a nigga, you're gonna have a problem with
no,
it.
you don't. It all depends.
No, you are gonna have a
I'm
problem.
not gonna have a problem with it because
I'm gonna
I don't
have I'm gonna have a problem with it
But that's
because why
again,
are
no,
you
that's
speaking to me like you've lost it? Why are you
why
coming
are
at
they
me
speak,
like
that?
that?
Don't mean they speaking at you how they lost it.
But
If
I'm
they
just
say,
saying,
if they
energy
say,
plays
oh,
a part.
why you like that? That's not coming off any kind of
But
way.
energy plays a part.
But that okay, and you still have the responsibility to where you can say, you know what, you can still answer the question without being going back negative.
And you can still ask a question
but
without
you can't,
being
but you
negative.
can't control how people talk.
So
And
you
that's
so
part
you
of,
can't control how I'm gonna come
but
off
again,
at
though,
you.
you have the choice, though. Again, that ball is in your court. The point that I'm making,
A dog scratch you. That shit hurt.
the point that I'm making is you still have a choice in this, regardless of how someone. I get asked some dumb questions sometimes at work, right?
Okay.
And they come off stupid, harsh, however you want to call it, bad energy or whatever. Me as a human being, I have the choice to respond however I want to. I choose to respond in kind.
You.
And again, though, that's
Not
why I'm saying.
everybody's the same.
But
I'm
you
not
have,
responding
but
like that.
you have a choice. That's the thing that
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
saying.
gonna choose my
you have a choice.
to respond the same. You give me the right energy, I'm gonna give
But
you the
everybody's
right
not going to
energy.
give you the right energy.
And then I can't give you the, and I'm not gonna.
But
I'm gonna
again, that's your
reciprocate.
choice. So again, now it goes back to the question. Now he has,
But you can't deny that energy plays a part.
No, it depends.
Answer the
It depends on the
question.
person. It depends on you first of all how you receive energy and how you deal with that. Me, I know people already. I know people already got effed up energy before I even talk to them or how
But
they
I
carry
can't.
themselves, because I can read that. I know how to read how that is. So for me, if you come to me and I already know what kind of energy you put off all day, I already know how to respond to you and how to deal with you. I can still deal with you in kind without having to sit here and be belligerent or however you want to call it. That's the thing.
Well, I don't gotta be rude. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm finna give you the same.
But that again, that comes back. That's you.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is now that this person has came to you, regardless of the energy, and you might like this person might really like this person. You still have a choice in the matter to say, hey, you know what? This is why this.
So what happens if that energy's still bad? Once
you
answer the question.
Now you know what type of person that is. That means what they want is not what you want.
So
now
it's time to roll.
That's the case. That's the choice you make. But again, though, you have to give them
a chance.
Yeah, because you never know what can happen.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
You have to, because now you're just shutting yourself off from people just because of they might. Again, there's a lot of people that I don't agree with, but I don't shut them off completely. I just don't agree with you.
I just don't like people coming off rude. There's a difference of I'm talking to you respect.
But that might not be rude in their eyes.
To the game just in case.
No.
ESPN.
No.
Next and 6.
No. Again.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I know. But again, when
you a bastard for that.
I am. But at the end of the day, it's all about you being who you are and still having, like I said, remember how I told you.
Decorum? I don't like that.
But that's how I am, because you can have decorum no matter what. You can have decorum in the face of some of the craziest stuff ever, and you still get what you want.
I just don't like that aspect of I have to basically. You could be an ass wipe to me. I can't be an ass wipe.
No, but that's a choice you choose.
I'm telling you right now. You don't like.
That's a choice you choose.
I don't like the.
For me, from the standpoint that I come from, it can easily be one or the other. But I choose to be a positive person. I choose to be a person that, hey, you can say what you want to say. It's one ear out the other. You ask the question, I'm gonna give you an answer in those terms. It's just like if someone came to me, so why do you play the game? What is it about the game that has you drawn?
But you see how your tone is?
But see, I can't no. I'm just
saying, did you see how you
I've
said
had
that?
people come to me in the worst way, worse than
no,
how you
I'm
said.
seeing how you just
But
said that. I can
would
respect that.
But see, here's the thing though. Everybody's not that way. That's the
that.
gentle tone. I had people come to me, so you mean to tell me all you do is sit around and play the game?
I can't. I'm not responding to a bitch ass thing you got.
But
to say.
I will still.
Why you worry about what the fuck going on?
I still will respond and kind of be like, you know what? I do it because of this.
I see.
I do it because of.
I feel like
whatever.
I'm feeding the jury.
No, you're not, because now what you've done is you've opened up a dialogue with this person because they didn't know anything. They just went off an assumption.
But you came off like a nigga.
Okay. You don't realize the power. The thing is, the power of the tongue is something crazy. Sometimes people will come at you in the worst way, and when they come at you, you'll be like, oh. But then when you hit them in a, I had one girl at my job. I kid you not. Me and my supervisor were having a conversation. She walked by. We said good morning. You know what she said? Ain't nobody asked you what type of morning you have.
All right, bye.
She came off.
Bye.
Right?
Because what we got to talk about? Rob, when you say stupid shit to me, I'm going to give you a stupid
But see,
response.
here's the thing, though. This is when I use the term you rise above everything else.
You had a conversation with her after that?
You know what?
I'm
like, I saw her later on. I'm like, you all right? Because, all I did was say good morning. I'm not explaining myself. I just want to know if you okay, because at the end of the day, I'm just saying have a good morning. And you know what happened? Her whole attitude changed.
Oh, that's nice. Bitch, fuck you and your attitude, your morning. I hope it goes bad. I hope you make coffee. That shit's spoiled.
But see, again, though, you don't.
I can't have that conversation with you.
But see,
because you came.
But that's growth, though, as a human being.
Did I destroy your character when I asked you good morning?
No.
This is how.
But see, here's the thing: you never know. Some people are raised certain way. Everybody's not raised the same. You know this. So even, think about some of the people. Think about some of the people who we've dealt with in our lives together, who we worked with and stuff.
And how did I come off?
I know how you came off, but then all of a sudden, I say the same. They say the same thing to you, and the next thing you know, they come to me and like, you know what? I can't even be mad at you. All you did was say good morning.
Well,
you know why?
We passed that. I don't give a fuck.
But see again though,
because you did. Now right here's how I see it. You disrespected me for the jump, and I was nice to you. I didn't give a fuck about your morning, bitch. It's the proper thing to do. The moment she said, who says it was a good morning? All right, bitch, go on about your way. I hope it gets worse. Because what we going to talk about? Because I didn't sleep with you. I didn't fuck up your morning. Somebody else did. That's one thing. So, Rod, you pissed me off. I'm going to take it off on the next person. I don't care if you come back and apologize and say, yeah, I had a bad one. That's on me. Well, damn, bitch, you need to do better.
But see, again, though, but again, though,
because you come on, that energy is fucked up.
But see, people, like for me, I can read.
Was she right? Was she right for what you did to y'all?
No.
So I don't want to have a conversation.
But here's the thing, though,
I can't. Morally, I can't, because now I come to you with all types of respect. I respected you.
But also, here's the thing, though. Some people don't have that bit of home training to understand.
Then I'm sorry that your childhood sucked. Mine's didn't.
Here you go. We go buy a dad again, right?
Well, hey, you need to go get you some parents, nigga, so they can teach you. Don't take your problems out on somebody else. Nigga, get you a man. Probably was the man that fucked it up. But I got something. Now you have to give people grace, especially... Man.
And it's the truth. You are absolutely right. It is the truth. See, that's a lesson that you haven't learned yet.
Well, my mama know me.
But
I ain't giving it to you.
That's a lesson that you haven't learned yet.
It's not. No, you assume that.
Jerome, you just sat here and said it yourself.
Because I'm not. Back then, I probably would have smacked you. But now, I feed off the energy. No, we won't have a conversation after this. Because I'm not interested. Now, you're going to come back. You're going to, good morning, Jerome. I'm going to look at you. The fuck? No.
But she's right. You should have grace. You do give people grace, especially when they come back.
So when you give them grace and they do that bitch again?
They won't do it again.
Now
because I can speak on that, because you know what? That person now doesn't even, we've had conversations.
Because she hasn't had a bad day yet.
It's not even a bad day. Because
that's why.
No, we've had conversations about her days, because she'll come in like, can I ask you a question? You know. So again, it's not about that. It becomes where you have to, as she said, you do give grace. You do have certain things.
Well, I have a problem with doing that for people. Because it's
not being fake.
I didn't say fake. I'm saying, for those who know me, I've came a long way with my attitude and how I speak to people. Now, it was the old me. probably would have said some shit to you. Me now, I'm not gonna deal with you because I don't want to run the risk of this happening again. Because my mind wander, and I'm a recovering speech therapist. And what I mean by I'm a recovering speech therapist is the moment you say something out of pocket to me, I'm going to say something out of pocket to you. You're not going to like what I'm going to say because they're going to say I'm
But
mean.
somebody has to be a bigger person or a better person. And I just saw what she said, and yes, they do. People do give you grace. So it behooves you.
Because I have a fucked up attitude.
So it's okay for you to have a messed up attitude.
But I ain't coming to you with a fucked up attitude. I have a fucked up attitude. Especially when you flip me, we're going to have a problem.
But she didn't flip you.
No, I'm just saying, for everybody who knows me, I have an utmost respect for everyone I have a conversation with until you say something to me that's out of pocket. And when you say
I wouldn't say it's out of pocket. Maybe, sometimes
I'm recovering still.
No, you've been recovering for years.
I'm recovering still.
And
my motto. I'll never disrespect you till you disrespect me.
But do you think that's disrespectful?
To disrespect me first? Hell yeah!
Who says that's disrespect?
God gives you grace. If you receive it, you must give grace also.
See, he doesn't want to listen to me. All I'm doing is just being an honest person.
But I ain't one with my Lord all the way yet.
You can't say that as much as you sit here and try to preach Bible from time to time.
But that's the truth.
No, that's not.
I'm not 100% with my Lord yet. There's some things I'm still working on. I have devilish ways.
You do. You really do.
Speaking of devilish ways, I want to make...
I might not do what you... See what I'm talking about? See, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
I have devilish ways. And it only happens when people piss me off.
But you have to learn how to not let people...
No, I just don't say nothing. If I am quiet and you're
mad,
and I don't say a word, I'm cool. That's the grace right there.
That's not grace.
Yes, it is, because I'm not going to say anything. Because I know how far I'm willing to say something and take it. So that's my grace right there. If I'm pissed, I don't say nothing. Because I know me, if I'm mad, I'm going to say something that's out of pocket. But
that's a mindset thing, like we just said, though. That's a mindset.
But that's what someone who knows themselves. Man, I know myself. If you piss me off...
But you can fix that if you wanted to.
I did fix it. I say quiet.
No, you can fix that if you wanted to.
So you prefer me to talk when I'm mad. You've seen it. No, You've seen the results when I do.
No, what I'm saying is that it is a mindset, but at the same time, what you have to understand is that you can fix that. You can choose to fix it, or you can't. And that's the thing. You can choose to fix that. If someone gets underneath your skin, this, that, and the third, and they come back and say, hey, you know what? I might have made a mistake. That's your opportunity to fix that mindset of, okay.
I only do it with family.
Okay.
What? I'm saying I only do that with family.
But you can do that with anybody.
It's hard for me to do that.
I'm not saying it's not. For you, I get it.
It's hard for me to do that.
But you have to be able to willing to try, though, too.
No, I'm willing to try. I'll hear anybody out. Now, my family,
No, but we're talking about outside the family, too.
Outside the family?
Because you got to think about your coworkers.
You're on a slippery slope. I don't give a damn.
You got your coworkers. You got other people that you hang out with and so forth and so forth.
Don't give a damn.
I'm just.
Well, if we hanging out at work, I consider you.
That's not family.
It depends on who it is.
That's not family.
It depends on who it is. Like Nate and them, family. I deal with Nate. I deal with... It's just, I can't... Now, if I'm mad, let's just say I'm mad with my mother-in-law, I'm mad with my wife, I'm mad with... No, I can have a conversation with them because, again, they know me, I know them, they know who I am, and they know how I get, and I can have a conversation with them. Now, if it's somebody else, I can't Because I'm not going to disrespect my mother-in-law. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to disrespect my mom. I'm not going to disrespect my wife. That's how crazy. We get, no. But somebody else that if I get quiet, man, I just don't say nothing. And now, just because I get quiet don't mean I'm upset. I'm just, man, I don't want to have, because I know I'm going to say something you might not like. Even though you don't say something that I know, to me, many a times people have said something to me out of pocket.
I don't. I
why
look
would
at
you
it
say that?
when you have. That's why I said sometimes it's not necessarily energy that comes out. It's about how.
But it's that energy.
It's all about how. But you can change that by responding in kind or different.
Right. If I come to you with fucked up energy, grace and all that ain't saving the conversation. It's not, because now I'm sitting there while you wail off on me with words. Did I deserve that? Did I warrant that? If I came with you with all good intentions, hey, good morning. What type of good morning is it? What? Cool. I truly understand, baby. I truly understand.
Sometimes you gotta learn how.
I can't have a conversation.
How to diffuse situations.
I'm not gonna. I don't have to diffuse, because the moment you're done, because I let you get it off, I let you say whatever you. After you angry, we won't be having a conversation after this, because I feel like, damn. What if, like you said,
but again, though, you don't know. Here's the thing that we forget about people.
I just hate.
We don't know what triggers people to do the things that they do.
Good morning.
You don't. Yeah, I'm serious. Yeah, it can be a trigger because you don't know what that person woke up to that morning.
How you doing this morning? You okay? You good?
And they come off on, even if you say that. I've had people come off on me like, man, fuck.
I said, but why? But that's what we're not getting at. Why would you do that to me?
Because some people don't know how to process certain things.
So, okay,
if you don't know
you didn't do that to the nigga that fucked up your morning.
You don't know that. You don't know if she walked down the aisle and told everybody the same thing.
Well, keep that energy with the I've always said, if I'm mad at somebody, I'm not going to, if I'm mad at my wife, right? Let's just say I'm mad at my wife. Then I come to work and take it out on the people that had nothing to do with it. Nothing. There's a dude at my job. I ain't gonna say no name. Same thing. You could be nice to him. He good this day. They good that day. They good this day. They're not good this day. Oh, fuck them. And now it's like there's a pattern. So now I'm supposed to just keep no, I'm not dealing with that.
You don't. No, I'm not saying that you have to.
I should have had to give grace to somebody where grace shouldn't have been given in the first place, because I didn't do nothing to warrant a disrespect.
You don't know what the person woke up to that morning.
But that's what you woke up to.
And
you woke up to that.
Again, though,
I didn't come to you like that.
But some people don't know how to process certain things.
That's your business.
No, it's not. That's
your business. It's hard for me to give grace to. Well, what did I do?
It's just like, okay, I'm going to give you an example.
So is it fair for me to take out my stuff that goes on at the house on a person that do nothing? Is that fair?
If you don't know how to process it, that's what you do.
That's crazy. No. Is it right?
I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
So now I'm going to take my frustrations out on a person who did nothing to me, who probably had the intentions to really talk to you. I'm going to give you a
prime example. When a woman goes on their cycle, they mad at everybody. Yes or no?
That's a pass.
No, it shouldn't be a pass based on what you just said.
That's a pass.
How is that a pass? Based on what you just said, that shouldn't be a pass.
Oh, no.
You should get cussed out automatically, just like anything else.
Oh,
but you know.
Oh, my wife and my mother-in-law.
But you know.
Pass.
But you can't. But you can't give it a pass.
Pass.
You get what I'm saying? Now you're giving a pass for.
Pass.
You're giving a pass for
pass.
Bad behavior. You're rewarding bad behavior with
hormones.
The
you can't help that.
Yes, you can.
You can help a cycle?
Yeah, I'm not. No. You said hormones. That's not
hormones
a cycle.
Hormones and all that.
No,
it's part of that cycle now.
No,
that's part of that cycle now.
No,
I can show you that part of that cycle now.
The point that I'm making, though, but you're giving a pass for bad behavior still.
That's not a pass.
That is a pass. You saying pass?
No, that's not bad. That's not a pass for bad behavior.
That is bad behavior.
What can you do about that?
What did I do to you for you to be angry at me?
That's
it's not my fault. You got a cycle. It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
That's not the same thing.
Yes, it is. You're giving a pass for bad behavior.
That's human nature.
No, it's not. The same thing I just said is
no,
human
that's
nature.
not human nature.
If you don't know how to deal with problems and conflict resolution, that's human nature. That's your human nature.
Thank you. You should leave them alone. I don't play with that. When my mother-in-law and my wife go in there, I don't say a motherfucking thing. I don't say nothing. They need some. The moment can you go get this for me? Don't you? Yes. Okay. I don't fucking argue. They pass. That's a pass. I'm not. That's the only. I give you that.
That's not a.
That's the only time I give you a pass. If you're not on that cycle, I'm giving you a pass.
That's still bad behavior.
But if you off that bitch and you're not on it, no, you can't.
That's still bad behavior, though.
It's something you can't. Thank you. You can't control that. Hey, hold on.
So let me get this straight.
It's like getting mad at a special needs kid. You can't. I can't get you. That's human. I can't. That cycle joint. I don't fuck with.
I disagree to the extent it's still bad behavior.
How is it bad behavior?
You're giving a pass for it. So if I'm saying, hey, how you doing?
It's natural.
Hold on. Let me explain bad
behavior. So you
behavior.
never dealt with a woman with
I have.
A bad cycle?
Yes, I have.
Did you leave him?
No.
Why not?
Because it's a difference.
No, exactly. Why not?
I didn't have to.
Why not?
Because I don't. It wasn't even bad behavior.
Because it's because for that month, right?
But I also corrected it
for that week.
But I corrected it too.
What the fuck you correcting?
Simple. I understand that you're going through what you're going through, but you don't have to talk to me that way. Guess what happens then? You corrected the bad behavior.
As you sleep on the couch.
No.
As you sleep on the couch.
No, that's not bad. That's not putting nobody on the couch.
That's putting them on the couch.
That's you.
I ain't going on.
That's again.
I'm just telling you.
But I'm telling you. You can't sit here and reward bad behavior.
That's not a reward.
That is.
Where's the reward?
A pass?
A pass is a reward?
Yeah. You're accepting bad behavior.
That's not accepting. I'm letting it go.
No, that's not letting it go. That's still bad. That's accepting. That's the same thing as accepting and letting it go is the same thing. That's promoting bad behavior.
That's not bad. It's human nature for them to go wild.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Every woman doesn't do that.
Shit. Everyone I went through.
That's you.
You get cursed out. I'm telling you, I don't know what you're talking about. And every woman I've dealt with been a different animal and the beast at the same time. I don't know what the fuck that.
That's your life.
Nothing against my wife, but when hers come on, animal. When my mother-in-law's come on, nothing against animal. I don't say shit.
But see, here's the thing.
I don't say shit because I know what's going. They get the yelling, the hollering.
I'm gonna say this. We'll agree to disagree.
I learned how to stay out. I know how to stay out the fire because I know what's finna happen.
But see, here's the thing. I will sit here and say I agree to disagree with that because if you correct bad behavior,
how do you correct the period?
No. How do you correct the attitude?
How?
Like I just said.
If they ain't vigilant or have any knowledge that this shit going on. Because
they are.
Because as soon as that
they tell you, oh, I'm on my cycle.
And Rob. But the moment that bitch go off, they are the sweetest people in the world.
Because at this point right there, they've already told you, I'm on my cycle. So in your mind.
Animal. So don't take what I say personally.
No. But I still won't let you talk to me any kind of way.
You know how many times they told me that? Don't take what I say personal. Is this that time? I say, okay. When she get to yelling, ooh wee. I know what to do. Jerome, shut that ass up.
No, because you still can correct bad behavior.
What are you correcting?
Attitude.
I
don't care if. Now here's the thing.
You're willing to start an argument.
I'm sympathetic to a point where if you're in pain,
you're willing to start an argument.
I'm not starting an argument.
Yes, you are.
All I'm saying is
because the moment you say, "Watch how you talk to me,"
no.
Excuse me.
No, because there should be boundaries regardless.
Boundaries.
Yes, you're still not going to.
Not for that week.
You're still not going to disrespect me because of that.
Right, I leave that alone.
That's you.
I don't play with that animal. You're crazy.
But again, that's you. I'm not finna sit here and say it's okay.
Correct yourself and help out so she can relax and go find something.
And that's the same thing. You're still correcting the issue because again, there's still a level of respect that should be had, regardless if
not in that week.
Yes, it is.
Not in that week.
That's your opinion.
Not in that week.
That's your opinion.
Hey, sometimes, if I don't want to, if this ain't the battle I can win,
It's not a battle. It's
it
just
is a fucking battle.
It's not. It's just basically saying, hey, don't talk to me that way. I understand. I understand that you're going through what you're going
I've done
through.
that. They told me, "What the fuck? Who the fuck you think you talking?" Oh yeah, you're right.
That's
You
your
right.
life.
Who? What? The nerve of this nigga to come tell you watch how to talk to me. I got that. I'm sitting there like, damn. Did I really? I said something
That's
wrong.
you.
I don't
That's
play.
you.
I don't play with that. With the devilish word. I don't play with that. No.
That's you. But I'm being 100 with the whole thing. You can still correct bad behavior.
That's not bad behavior.
It's bad. It's a bad attitude. Is not bad behavior. Regardless if it's for a week or 5 days, however long her cycle lasts, that's not bad behavior.
No. Right. If I could show you that this is a thing within most women, because it's a fact. This ain't an opinion. This is a fact that women go through this on every month. That their hormones and everything changes, and their outlook and things. If I can prove it, which I can't, because that is a fact. That is known for that to happen in most women, to have a change of attitude.
But again,
It's a
though,
thing.
you don't have to accept it. You
It's
don't.
human nature.
No, you don't have to accept it.
That's like telling that ape don't scratch your ass, even though it's part of your nature.
If I'm sitting here, you sitting here telling me
Damn,
that
your dog really scratched you. That shit hurt.
if you're sitting here telling me, hey, I'm on my cycle, this, that, and the third, and then I'll say, okay, cool, whatever happens. But then when I ask you,
Whatever happens.
No, let me finish. That's cool. I understand that you're on your cycle. Cool. Now here comes the next part. You might go in there and say, hey, and she gives you all this attitude for no reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
At this point, you have the power to correct that. You can literally say you can.
I hate when you use the word correct.
Because it's the truth. You correct bad behavior. Yes or no?
You keep calling it bad behavior.
It is bad behavior. If you got an attitude with me and you're cussing at me and I ain't doing that to you.
Rod, you ever been? Now, a woman who respects you, of course, won't be completely disrespectful, but we ignore. Now, listen to. That's my wife now. I want you to.
Who said it's snappy?
No, listen to me.
I read what she just said. Who says it's snappy?
And I'm finna correct that. That motherfucker lying. You can believe that. That she ain't on her shit now. That motherfucker lying. Animal beast. Animal beast. Can you be the same animal and the same beast? What the fuck does that mean? No, liar. Liar. Now, did you see my mother-in-law? She told you, get out the way. Because animal beast. You crazy.
I go back to what I just said.
Crazy. I don't play with that. She lying.
I go back to what I said.
On my mama, she lying.
I ain't got nothing to do with
what y'all mama, she lying.
Whatever y'all got going on, that's y'all.
I tell you what.
I'm just speaking the facts.
So this is what you do, right? Imagine she on the cycle. She tell you, hey, I'm on my cycle. Oh, okay. You know, cool. Now I know I'm on alert. Watch what you say. I come to her, baby, what you like to eat? What the fuck you think I like to eat? What type of shit is that?
And at that
and I'm sitting there like, God.
And at that point,
no.
Go get her food.
I'm telling you, you've ever been there? Because I've been there. I've asked, what y'all want to eat? And waterwork, fire. No, this. Why this gonna make? I was like, God damn, I just wanted a 4 for 4. So is that a no on the 4 for 4?
Again, though, this is why I said every situation ain't the same.
I know me. I ain't crazy.
I'm not crazy.
I've studied it. I've studied.
You forgot I'm older than you, so I've been dealing with it longer.
I've studied. I have the regimen. Stay the fuck out the way.
So it goes back to, again, like,
I'm not in there.
If you sit here and condone what she's doing and not
you go with that correct,
because that's what it is.
I'm not correcting nothing. I'm not trying to punch that ticket to WWE. I'm not. Because, okay, let's go with your logic. Baby, don't fucking talk to me like that. I don't like it when you speak to me.
You ain't got to say it like that.
Okay, my bad.
See, that's why you get cussed out there.
My bad.
That's exactly why you get cussed out.
Let me say it the right way. Baby, don't talk to me like that. I don't I don't appreciate you speaking to me like that. If we can refrain from speaking to me, yes. What, you a bitch or something? What the fuck you talking on?
That's you though.
Alright.
That's you though.
Alright.
So I can't.
I'm dealing with beasts. They're beasts.
But
and I'm not talking bad about my mother-in-law and my wife. Beast animals.
But you're gonna be underneath the house when you
I'm telling, but they know it. That's the
animals. You're gonna be underneath the house when you
animals. I stay the fuck out the. Whatever they ask, I do it. I don't care what. If she tell me, hey, you think you could do the shingles on the roof? All right, I'm up there. I don't play with. They want something. The moment she say, "Can you bring me some cigarettes?" Man, I already got them. Here you go. I don't play them games because I've been around. When you been around something so long, and you cats
I never had those issues though.
Shit, I've had
so because I've always once I see certain things, I'm automatically inclined to use my word because I know you hate. I know correct them.
They go with that correct
because it's the truth. You can correct someone without being belligerent.
Well, they put their foot in your ass, and then you wonder why you got the foot.
That's the
you ever got hit with a frying pan?
That's the women that you deal with.
They're crazy.
I was about to say something else, but you know what? We having fun here.
They crazy.
Go on to the next.
Now this is my favorite part because I've been waiting all day for this. You white folk make me motherfucking sick. Motherfucking sick. Listen to me and listen to me good. And I'm only talking to white folk because this is the only people who doing this. Listen to me, white folk. I love you, white folk. Man, y'all good people. Listen. Stop it. Stop playing with them Ouija boards.
Oh.
Stop going to these Stop leaving your home to see haunted shit. See my mother-in-law? Nah, okay. Beast. Animal. Listen, you white folk, I'm telling you, stop it. Listen, I get it. Y'all like the supernatural shit. Y'all,
I like a little.
That's cool.
I like a little supernatural.
That's fine. Let them people on TV do it. It's fake. It ain't real. Stop. I see all the white folk going there taking pictures with the Annabelle doll. But you know that shit, Kurt? Why? What? They want to touch it. Rod, I bet my life on it, Rod. They either planning on trying to steal that doll, attempting to steal that doll, have plans to steal that doll. And I'm telling you now, the moment that white folk try to steal, because they're going to be white. It ain't going to be black. Niggas don't play with that. They don't play with that.
You sure about that?
No, they don't. All them pictures I've seen been white.
I can show you 3 guys that have a TV show where they take some paranormal.
No, that's different. That shit fake. That fake. We talking about.
I'm gonna let you in. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
That shit fake, Rod.
No, I'm finna let you in on a little secret.
Stop playing with them.
I'm finna let you in on a little secret.
You play with Ouija boards?
No.
You enjoy that?
No.
Would you do it?
No.
Why not?
Because I was raised in the church.
Okay, thank you. So we're not doing stupid shit.
Let me finish. Come
on.
For every myth, rumor, legend, ghost story, there's a little bit of truth behind all of it.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, we do a little TV show. We talk about it.
No.
Go on about our business.
When you go to these places.
I don't know how them niggas did it. Yes, I'm just going to be for real. Them niggas make me sick. They do. What you doing? What are you doing? We going to haunted places. We just got to find out. Why?
Because it's a curiosity. Why? Because some people have had experience in their life where...
Keep it to yourself and keep it going.
No.
You lived, didn't you?
No, but let me explain something. People have had experience in their life where they swear they've seen apparitions, specters, ghosts.
That's cocaine. That's cocaine.
Everybody don't know. Everybody don't do cocaine.
That's marijuana.
It's
high.
Not marijuana. You see, there you go. You're just trying to justify your thoughts on this.
Ain't no thoughts.
There are people that are saying that don't do none of that. That have really had, and I had a personal experience. That's why I gravitate towards something.
I've had a personal experience, Ron. But guess what? I'm not trying to go investigate it.
But here's the thing, though. For me, Had I had the tools, I
Bro,
probably
get the
would have.
fuck out of
No,
here.
I'm being honest
and,
with you.
and guess what? I'm being honest with you. Your ass would have been dead. You would have been dead.
See, my level is different because here's the thing. My grandma on my dad's side passed away.
Okay.
When she passed away, I was going through some things. So one night I was up playing my game, doing what I do. And I'm being 100 with you right now. This is some true stuff. So I'm up, I was playing my game, and I had a chair, something similar to that right there, over in the corner. And I'm just playing my game, and I kept hearing my name being called. My grandma would always call me Lil Rod because there was two of us. I had a cousin who had the same exact name, but she would always call me Lil Rod. So I'm like, I didn't hear the lip part, but I kept hearing Rod. So I turned over and looked, and in that corner, in that chair, was my grandma talking to me.
Did you go about your business after you seen that?
No. You can't dismiss.
I'm gone.
You can't dismiss.
No, that's fine. I'm gone.
No,
I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm out of there. Rod, I'm gone. I'm gone. Rod. As a kid.
And this was not a kid. I was grown.
I would have been mega gone.
I was grown.
I'm out the door.
I was 35 when this happened, when my grandma passed.
I'm out the door.
And I'm sitting here trying to figure. Even to this day, I still try to figure out
why. No,
because there was a reason for it.
Okay, that's fine. You don't need to know the reason.
Yes, I do.
There's no you seen her for the last time and call about the day.
No, because the reason came back down the line later on. What she was trying to tell me. So again,
what's she trying to tell you, Rod? Well, is it personal?
Yeah.
That you niggas make me sick because you guys trying to figure. I don't want to know. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Because I'm scared. Rod, I'm scared. I'm gone. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gone.
So again,
the moment I hear.
But the point that I'm making when I say that is that when we as people have this insatiable knowledge to understand things that happen to them. So there are people who are on these shows who said they've had these experiences that cause them to want to know more about it. Not saying that,
crazy
outside of the Annabelle, we're gonna leave that alone because I don't mess with that. That's one thing I don't deal with.
But that's crazy. Stop it. I get it. Some off the wall happened. You can't explain it. Rod, I'll tell you something from my childhood to be shared. So, as a kid, of course, in New York, and I lived where we lived at. We had, my babysitter. Well, I ain't call her one of my best friends. He was my babysitter. We spent the night at, I want to say it was his cousin's house, Emmanuel. Mm-hmm. And, y'all don't believe me. Ask my boy Roy Rasquez. That's my brother. We as kids now. Now I don't know if it was fate. I don't know if it was He said, "Hey, my sister's dolls move at night." Hold on, pause from the stizzy. No, get away from me. You scratched me, my boy. I don't like you like that. You scratched me. And that hurt.
Ladies and gentlemen, for y'all that don't know,
You got a fucking rat.
this is not a rat. This is my child.
Shit out of me.
She's very excitable. Hey, Storm.
And she wanna goddamn.
Calm down. Calm down.
Dogs love me. I'm the dog whisperer. I know.
Okay, you just said that.
I know. So, okay, we gonna sit right here. We gonna sit right here.
She ain't gonna sit still. I can tell you that now.
I'm here. We gonna be okay. We here. You can fight. I'm strong. I know. Yeah, I know. I don't like dogs like that. I got a dog. So, he said, the dogs move at night. And I'm telling that nigga, you sound stupid. That's not real. Rod, as God is my witness, we was in there. Dumb bitches moved. I don't know. They remote controlled. But there was some old porcelain shit. I was like, no, these bitches moving. Rod, I never wanted to find out about any of it. Because I don't need to know. White people, you don't, niggas too, you don't need to know.
Maybe we do.
Why?
Because
you know what comes out of wanting to know?
what?
Dead.
Not all the time.
Cursed.
Hey,
Cursed. You're cursed.
No.
Satan. The
No,
devil.
no, that's not true.
666.
There you go.
You don't need to investigate. Rod, I hear a creak. Yeah, I ain't going there. It's okay. Let that shit creak. I don't need to know. What? You ever heard curiosity killed the cat?
I was gonna respond to that, but I was gonna
killed
say
the cat.
I was gonna say something else, but you know that we're a PG show, so I can't say what I'm about to say.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that, man.
I mean, that's cool. That's you, but
crazy.
No, it's not that. But there's always the effort to learn something else.
You don't need to learn. What you learning?
Why people have unfinished business or whatever?
I don't need to know that, because whatever happened, that is your business.
My grandma came back and told me what I needed to hear,
and that's great.
So,
but you didn't go grab a Ouija board and talk about, I need to get the answers.
Excuse me.
That's crazy. That is insane. Some people with that Annabelle doll, they're gonna steal that doll, Rod.
I mean, I can't do nothing about the Annabelle doll. When I told you that.
And when they steal that doll, Lord have mercy.
I can't say nothing. I can't say nothing about that there.
When they steal that doll.
Well, the doll is in a prison in West Virginia right now.
No. Actually.
No, it is. I just saw it today.
Is it Virginia now?
It's in West Virginia.
This shit is traveling all kinds because they dead. You know, Lauren and them dead.
But they also told them though. You know, you could. They told them when they died, don't do that. Don't.
They doing it, Rod. I'm not. They make these movies for a reason.
I agree with
I'm
you.
good. I'm good. I don't need to know. I'm not going. I'm not taking a road trip to see some fucking doll.
People are doing that though.
Fucking crazy. Want to put your face next to the glass. If I got to do anything that requires me to throw holy water.
You said it requires you to throw holy water?
Yeah, you didn't know the things they got to do? If you come in there, you got to throw holy water on yourself, wash your hands. Oh, no. Oh, no. You keep that. I don't want that. If I got to do that, Rod, I don't belong here. I don't belong in here. The supernatural is... But on the list of other supernatural things, you know them people had a problem with the White House burning down?
What? You talking about the
one
that was a plantation.
They called it the White House.
It was a plantation.
The White House.
It was a plantation.
The White House.
It was a sugarcane plantation.
They called it the White House.
Okay.
Now, people said, oh, I can't believe years ago. You trying to bite me? I get rough too. Now, people said, I can't believe that historic monument. Historic?
Well, first of all, it is a slave plantation.
They held slaves. That's not fucking historic.
It is historic to some. You have to remember, Louisiana was part of the South during the Civil War.
Do you know the South is not the only place that held slaves?
No, but it was one of the bigger places that held slaves.
Man, that wasn't wasn't no Kawiki thing. Them niggas was still there. They said, nah, let's end this. Now it's one thing to. How can I put this? Right, we know it's a plantation, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Slaves were here.
Okay.
Slaves gone.
Mm-hmm.
We years down the road now.
Have you been to Charleston?
I don't go know where slaves be.
You've never been to Charleston, South Carolina?
Yes, I have. Rod, I am not taking no fucking. I'm not taking no pictures. I'm not taking no tours. I'm not taking no fucking tour. Rod, people were getting married there. Oh yeah, that was bound to burn down. That was, they was like these. All right, now I get it. This is, we here now, but no, that shit deserved to burn down. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. Burn. They sitting there watching that shit burn like a motherfucker too, and enjoying it because it was like, finally, this bitch is gone. We can move on.
Now, mind you, it did catch fire twice.
What are the chances? It go away. It go away. It go away one time. And now it said, it ain't done. We got more to burn. Right? You can see in the horizon all the slaves looking at him like, yes. Yes. Finally, our souls can be set free. No, I didn't like that. I did not like that. Damn. We got tours here. People getting married here. People rolling around in the, oh, look. White folk. But that's not no monument. No, it was a historic landmark. What about a plantation home is an historic landmark?
Because it was during that time. Some people actually like Civil War history and the North versus South stuff. There are people that like that. Really, it is.
Slaves were here.
I mean, true enough, but still, there are people. You have people who enjoy Civil War monuments and stuff like that. They want to see all of this stuff and so forth and so forth.
So what are you gonna see at a plantation?
Just how it looked and how big the fields were.
And where the niggas were at. Please, someone show me where the niggas were. I gotta see. No, I don't want to see. Scared you, didn't I? I don't want to see that. Right, I don't want to see that. Enough of my ancestors has been burned, whipped, enslaved, capital R. I don't need to see that. No, it deserved to burn down. Finally.
I would never sit here and say monuments need to be burned down.
What the fuck? No, that needs to go.
Like I said, have you been to Charleston?
That needs to go too.
So you'll burn down the whole city?
Why not?
Everybody didn't do anything. Everybody didn't do wrong in the city. So you're going to punish the city for...
We're known for owning slaves. And the one thing that is a big reminder that we own slaves was this big ass plantation house.
So do you know about all the plantation houses that's in the state of Georgia?
They need to be burned down.
Do you know Stone Mountain is
That's the first that needs to go.
Is a literal Civil War. It's literally a Civil War.
That's the first that needs to go.
Is a Civil War monument.
That's the first that needs to go. Stone Mountain needs to be burned to the ground.
How you gonna burn a rock?
It's possible. Oh, at that White House, all the rocks burned up. Them shit's charcoal black. No, Stone Mountain needs to be the first one to go.
So you have a problem, even though even though that is part of our history, unfortunately.
Use the great word.
But
unfortunately.
But that is still part of our history. Unfortunately.
The good part or the bad part?
Let's see. Some of the best songs came from Negro spirituals.
Get the fuck out of here!
I'm just saying.
Burn that shit need to be gone.
Where did we learn all of our family values from?
Slavery? That's a good thing.
I'm not. See here. That's what you're missing. You're missing my point. I'm not saying slavery is a good thing. You didn't hear me say that. The only thing that I am saying is that it's part of our history. We embrace our history. Let's be clear. People embrace the fact, because if that was the case, you wouldn't hear people running here, turning around, talking about our 40 acres and a mule.
Rod, Stone Mountain needs to, and all the statues
need to be destroyed. And you do have people going around. They have their protests and everything and so forth.
Come on, it's a huge reminder.
It is a reminder that racism is still alive in the United States.
And they make it, and someone is not gonna sell to me that It's not no big deal. It's just that
No, I agree with
that shit
I agree with that it is a big deal.
that shit makes
But
you sick
also
to think about. We're glorifying, and even if it doesn't seem like we're glorifying, the way y'all portray it, Stone Mountain to be this also family environment, and also, I went to Stone Mountain with Zeke. Remember Zeke boy? Yeah, permed out, perm African. And I only went there because I wanted to hang with him, and he said he wanted to climb the mountain. And I was like, at first I was like, Zeke. Of course, someone like him wouldn't understand. But, that's my friend. I said, fuck it, let's go. Because he didn't want me being in the park, Rod, I felt it all. I felt unwanted. Even though, of course, no one said, oh, you can't. I felt unwanted. I felt that I should not be here. This ain't the place I need to be. I feel I'm walking on where slaves used to just be here.
Well, do you not understand that 95% of the city of Atlanta
is not only the South. You keep saying the South. There was more places. There were more places that owned slaves.
What I'm saying is that you're saying that you feel like you don't belong, but at the same time, 95% of where we stay at is all slave land.
Okay, cool. You see it?
Yes.
Oh, you on it?
Yes. There are markers all over Jonesboro. I mean, the movie Gone with the Wind, prime example, was here in Georgia, in Jonesboro.
Okay, and it needs to be burned down. My stand still stands. That shit is a reminder of the hostile and the stuff our people went through. I'd say yes, it needs to be gone.
I can't do that.
It needs to be gone. I want to remember something like that. That's a big remembering how they held us down and what they did to us. No, that's crazy. I think that is the biggest load of debauchery I've ever heard. Let's go visit the plantation. Oh, this is where
you don't see. But see, here's the thing: you don't see us saying that.
Yes, I do.
I don't.
Actually, I talked to my mother-in-law about this earlier. Portia went on there. The Underground Railroad, I thought it was a train. Remember that? And she had this shit in an uproar when they went to go. I was like, no, that shit.
But she don't know no better.
That's
some people don't know better.
To see it. Now, it's one thing if it's standing there, yeah. But for it to be glorified like it is, like how that place was, but that was and I'm only using Louisiana because that's what was when that place was. We use it as touring. We use it people get married. We use it for people to what? I was like, what games they had on there? Catch the nigga. We gonna play catch the nigga in the field? Who could pick the most cotton, y'all? No, that shit. No. I'm sorry, that needed to burn down. It needed to. I don't see nothing. You can feel the air breathe, if that makes sense. You can feel the air breathe when that shit burnt down. Because you have people, oh no, look it. Oh, it stopped. We might be able to salvage it. That bitch started again.
So, you think that
everything slave-like should be removed.
You can't. It's part of American history.
And
it's not gonna. The thing is, it's not gonna go nowhere because it is part of America.
You don't think that's a hindrance?
No,
I think it is.
It's not.
My mother said that right. Yeah, it's a hindrance.
I don't think
get rid of all of it.
It's only a hindrance if you let it be a hindrance.
No. It's always gonna be a hindrance. Always. It's always gonna be there. There's always gonna be a stain. It's a stain. It's a stain on American history. And sadly, we're that stain they're talking about. No, all that shit should be burnt down to the ground. Get rid of it. Get rid of anything that's slave-like. Get rid of it. Shackles, chains, if that's
jobs.
Gone. Fuck it. Don't give a damn. What? Get that shit up out of here. The first conjuring, destroy it. Get that. Why? Why do you think people keep drowning at Lake Lanier? And man, them people in them. Rod, you know the story of Lake Lanier.
I just finished watching the movie before you got.
Got to be motherfucking kidding me, man. Gone. Burn the lake down. Burn the lake.
I don't think you want to drain that lake.
Oh, cause then the niggas coming out of that water. Cause they ain't forget angry. No, man. Being all truths, it needs.
You can't.
It needs to stop.
You can't erase something that's part of who.
Yes, you can't. No, you can't erase? They're getting ready to erase it out the history books.
No.
They're getting ready to take it out of the book, out the school system. Yeah, get rid. If we're gonna do that, get rid of all of it. You wanted to make it seem like it didn't happen? Cool. Let's get rid of it, because it needs to go. It's a stain. It's just. I've seen people who walk past, look at it, and just start tearing up out of nowhere. I was like, no, that is a stain. It's a hindrance on people who actually give a damn. I just say that.
I guess it don't move me in that way because I don't look at it as a hindrance. I look at it from a standpoint of where we came from.
We here now. Rob, we're here now. I don't need a remembrance of how we evolved. Trust me, we've had years of them remembering where we came from.
Here's the thing that we always have to take in account when it comes to the Civil War and racism and all of those things. It's always been a choice. Not our choice, but it's always been a choice. Even
for which part?
Now. No, all of it.
Which part has been a choice?
Now, these days, it's a choice whether you can sit here and bathe in the sorrow and misery of how it makes you feel.
It's not that.
Yes, it is, because that's the trigger.
That.
Because you just said,
you know how many statues you look at
because
of them, it look like they crying in the statue. You showing me a statue of Africans chained up. You're showing us stuff that people are looking at.
I think
murals of this shit.
I think it needs to be around because people do need to know.
For how long?
For how long? Everybody needs to know their history, because you got to think about it. Some of them that came over, they're white.
But even the history's a lie.
It all depends on what part of the history you're looking at.
Even the history's a lie. They tell you Obama was the first black president. No, he wasn't. He wasn't. And my boy Nate hooked me up with the thing. I forgot to look it up. No, he wasn't. No, only difference was he was a president. He just wasn't a president of the United States. It was one of the colonies. He was a president. And that means he was elected. They elected a black man. You don't hear that. You wouldn't have known unless someone told you. There's so much. We talk about history when history's been a lie. When most of your damn near all of them, is us. Is us. We are 95% of the history. Rod, they tell me about Christopher Columbus. How can you discover something that was never lost? Rod, that's like I went in your fridge. Look, I found a ham sandwich.
And here's the problem with what you're saying. The problem with what you're saying is that everything is from a point of view. Your point of view may be this. This person's point of view will be this. So you have to, like I told you earlier, they meet in the middle, and the truth is what's in the middle.
So what part's the truth? The part they give you that they say this is the part of history that wasn't correct? Or the part of history where you go do your homework and find out, damn, this is this. Look at this. How many people do you know get the real facts on history? That's why I was never against them in Florida taking it out to schools.
I think it's a travesty.
I think it's a lie.
Personally, I think it's a travesty that they're taking it out of school.
I think it's a lie. They're not giving you the first 5 pages. Black history goes more farther than Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, maybe a few slave stories in there, Abraham Lincoln. I found my mom has one of my books, history books in school, when I was in high school. And that's exactly how that shit goes. I'm just flipping through the pages. We're not even a full section. No, fuck that. Fuck that. Yeah, take it out, because it's a lie. I'd rather you take out a lie and my kids don't know that it's a lie.
How is it a lie?
It is. Because Black history is more than Martin Luther King.
But you gotta also remember
Martin
who's
Luther X.
No. You also have to remember who's writing these books.
So it makes it right.
I'm not saying it makes it right, but you also have to remember who is writing these
The
books.
same people who wants to take it out to school. I'm okay with that. It's a lie. You're lying. It's a lie.
So you don't teach black kids nothing, and that's what.
It's a lie.
But no, you
teach them the truth.
So you're
teach them the truth. You're teaching them. So I'd rather go off a book that's lying. That none of that shit's true. I'm gonna go off something that's not true.
But you have black parents.
That's giving you okay.
Black parents.
Well, let them tell me. I'd rather them tell me than a book that's giving me pages of my bad. Not even a full section. Because I can bring you the book. It wasn't even a full section. We're probably when I'm looking at, we were probably maybe 10 pages, and then everything else went back. I was like, no, that's crap. No, yeah, take that shit out. It's a lie. We want to teach kids off a lie. We're not going to teach them off the truth. Black History Month is more than a month. We have enough history to last us 3-4 months. June 19th, what is that?
Yeah, we don't know it's Juneteenth. We know exactly what it is. Yeah.
What is that, Rob?
That's the actual.
For the people to know.
That's the actual day that the slaves found out they were free.
You can't celebrate that. Some people get it, some people don't.
No, you can. It's a federal holiday now.
No,
it is a federal
yeah.
holiday.
Oh yeah. I don't get off. I still work. My mother-in-law still works.
I get a diversity day, so it's not even a matter of me having it off.
There's people who still work. Rod, what's crazy to me, because I always looked at how people don't fight for things. Nobody at my job fight for it. I ain't gonna tell you what work at, but nobody fought for it. That should be.
We didn't have to fight for it at my job. They automatically gave it to us.
And so here's the thing, but that's your job. My mother-in-law don't get it. I don't get it. Diamond don't get it. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask her if she do. But June 19th is the actual day, like you said, that we were freed.
No, that was the day we found out we were actually free.
My bad. Freed. You still were freed.
No, you were freed when he did the emancipation.
You wasn't even free then.
No,
he didn't free a damn.
Listen to what I'm saying. You were free then. The problem is you didn't find out until June 19th when it came out. So it's not saying that it's not there. It's just that's when they actually found out that.
So tell me, in what history book? Because you can look it up on the curriculum and books they have. Is that in that book?
No, it's not.
Why is it not in that book?
Because this is something that just came about. Juneteenth.
Is it a lie or is this the truth?
No, it's the truth. But it's only been around for how long?
So now, but how long has that truth been a thing? It just didn't happen.
No, it's been there, but again.
But why has it not been publicized?
It always comes down to who writes what. No matter how we look at it, no matter what we say, we are not in charge of what gets published.
So why would I publish a lie?
It's not a lie.
It is a lie.
No, it's not a lie. What?
In the book it says the day that Abraham Lincoln did it. That wasn't the truth.
No, it was the truth. You're misinterpreting the words. The words say that's when they found out. They had been freed.
So why did they free us?
They had been freed.
If that's the case, why did Abraham Lincoln free us?
There's not a problem with him freeing us.
No, did he free us?
Yes.
Cap. I say bullshit. Another run. Me and my mother always talk. He didn't free us because of the kindness of his heart. How you free something and you got slaves? You got them. There's a reason why they shot that nigga in the head.
I'm not dealing with your conspiracy.
No, it's not no conspiracy. It's the truth.
It's not.
It's the truth. But you'll see the 4th of July is celebrated like a motherfucker. You'll see that celebrated like hell.
Maybe you be in the wrong parts of town, but I know how they celebrate Juneteenth where I'm from and what I do.
They just now started doing it. So what's the difference? How they do it and they just started doing it. You said they just started doing it. They just
They've been
started doing
celebrating
it.
Juneteenth for the last.
Since it came out.
I'm gonna
It's
say
been
it's
been
the last
2-3 years.
No, it's been more than 2-3 years, my friend. Way more than 2-3 years.
Right. People really started doing, because you listen to what you did. They just announced it as a national holiday. Right.
No. They just
People
decided. No, listen to what I'm saying. They just made it a national holiday, but it has been around. Just like Martin Luther King had been around. Martin Luther King Day had been around for years, and they never made it a federal holiday for a long time.
Why?
Who made it a federal holiday? I'm trying to remember which president made it a federal holiday. It's not about why.
Why? There is no. It's about why.
What's the why then?
It's about why.
What's the why?
Why would they do it now? Hey, now.
Why? No.
Why would they do it now?
I'm asking you why. Since you know the why. Why?
Make ends to amend.
They've been doing that for years, though, for everything.
So I'm saying, I'm sorry, Rod. No, I'm not against them taking them out because it's a lie. I'm not against.
It's not a lie.
If that's the case,
it's not a lie.
If that's the day they freed us, why is it not in the book?
Again, who writes the book?
Exactly. The same people who wants to take it out the book. It is a lie. We are more history than 10 pages.
Maybe you had 10 pages.
I can see you the book. My mom has it.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Right.
Maybe you had 10 pages. Maybe somebody else is.
Biden made it a holiday.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Biden made it a holiday. Right.
But again, though, he made it a holiday. But again,
and I wonder how long did it take for that to make it a holiday?
4 years. Listen to what I'm saying.
4 years. How long he been dead since then?
Biden is not dead.
No, not him. I'm talking about Martin Luther King. How long has it been since that's happened? Since they made Juneteenth a holiday?
What? When he was in office? I'm not
so
looking
it took,
at. But see,
so it took 4 years for that to happen.
You're looking at semantics versus.
It's
looking
not
at
semantics. It's the truth.
It's not the truth.
It's the truth.
Well,
why is it not in the book? Show me in any book that's in.
Again, I'm not saying it's not in the book.
Is Obama's your first black president?
What I'm saying is this. Everybody's version of black history is different. Yours is different from mine because we went to school in different time periods. So there's different
it was in your book.
So yeah, I had all kind of stuff in my book.
Was that
No, I'm not saying Juneteenth was in the book. What I'm saying though, everybody's opinion of black history can be different. It's not saying.
So what's the opinion
of
black history?
Your opinion might be, it's more than 5 pages. It's only 5 pages.
Okay.
For me, it's more than 5 pages.
Is it more than a month?
Yes. We have enough history to do that. But again,
why is it?
But everybody. But
that.
Here's the thing: everybody. Women's health is a month. Mental health is a month. Everybody has that. It might not mean to you what it means to other people. So you can't just say. You can't say that.
Significance.
It doesn't matter.
Now watch this.
No,
if we're everywhere. We're everywhere.
Women are everywhere.
No.
Mental health is everywhere. No. So you can't say that.
If slavery is everywhere. Everywhere you turn, like you said, it's the whole South. It's the whole Atlanta. We're only a month.
Okay, so it's okay. It's still saying the same thing.
No one's taking away from nowhere. I'm not taking nothing away.
But that's what you're doing by saying it's only a month.
But let's be clear. You just said
as you have
slavery is here.
It's here. But again, though, just because it's a month doesn't mean that's what it. There are people who deal with this.
So do we deserve more than a month?
I can't say that.
Why we? So
I
that's all we deserve. All we get is a month.
Everything has its equal time. Everything has its equal time.
True or false? Are we half of the history? We're majority of the history.
We're not here.
We're majority of the history.
You can't say that. Because even before they had slaves, there were people here before then. There were Indians here before then.
What happened to them?
They got relocated. They did that.
Was it relocated or extinguished?
No, it was relocated. They pushed them west.
Where they at?
They're in the west.
How does now I watched a documentary on that. How like a whole tribe just disappears. That don't happen. It does not happen when something disappears.
You have to be careful of what you watch. Just like you.
What you mean? Like you have to be careful of what you watch.
I understand
because Rod, you're not gonna tell me. You can't explain to me that us as black people, we're one, right? We're majority of the history. Rod, who made the light bulb? Who made the traffic stop?
So you basically
Who
say,
who made the cotton gin?
You're basically sitting here saying this invention versus that invention. I can't do that.
What are you talking about? It's not that.
That's what you just did.
It's history that's not being discussed. That's the problem. It's history that's not being discussed. We are majority of the history. We made the inventions.
But that might be you. That might be your opinion.
So we're not?
No, I don't think that way.
We're not? So if we're not, when that place burned down, why did they make it a point of emphasis that slaves were there and it was a slave
Because it
place?
was a plantation.
Oh, exactly.
That had nothing to do with the fact of it burning down.
What you mean?
You're reading into it as though it's like,
what you mean?
Oh, it's a plantation. It's this, it's that. No, there's plantations in the city. There's plantations all over. So again, it's not saying that you're saying it's a good thing that it went down. For some people, yes. For some people, no. That's your opinion.
So was it a good thing that it went down?
No.
Why not?
Because it's a landmark.
Regardless
of how you might feel about slavery, it's a landmark.
Of
there
what?
are people of America, period. I'm an American citizen.
Okay.
I am a black American.
Okay.
I understand what black people went through. I know what it is. And for some people, it's a tough pill to swallow. I'm sorry, but I'm not one of those people that think that things should be erased because they're bad. I can't do that. There are things out here that we might not like, that we might not agree with. But I'm not going to sit here and say it was okay. There's whole military forts that are named after people that was in the South. Do I think they need to be destroyed and all that? No.
So the Confederate flag should still be flying.
It's part of the state's history, yes.
Even though
what
you're a citizen. That should be
destroyed. It doesn't fade me in that way to where I feel like it should be destroyed. No, history is history regardless of how you like it or not. There are people still in Germany that, pardon my French, that still believe Hitler wasn't wrong for what he was doing.
Do you believe he was wrong?
Genocide, yes.
Why is
But
he
that's
wrong?
my opinion.
So
killing anybody because you think you're a superior race is bad. But again, though, it's part of history. Huh?
Didn't that happen to us?
Yeah. But again, though, we wasn't there.
I'm just saying.
We wasn't there, and that was part of history. So I can't deny that. But what I'm saying is
if you can go back in history, would you go back to
slavery time? No.
I'm asking.
I couldn't. No.
Why not?
Because the way things are is the way they're supposed to be.
I'm just saying, if you can go back in time, would you go back?
No.
Why not?
I wouldn't change anything.
No, I didn't say change.
No, I wouldn't go back in time. No.
Why not?
Because it's not my place.
Is that the only reason why?
Yeah, that's it. It's not my place. My place is here.
Not a horrific time?
No.
Not a horrible time?
It can be, it is what it was. It was a bad time. I'm not going to lie. It was. But that's not my place.
You think the ancestors deserve that?
What do you mean?
Do you think the ancestors felt the same way? That it's not my time?
Yeah. I think because you have a choice in anything that you do, regardless. And what I mean by that is that when you have a choice, you can accept things. Because regardless of how you feel, it's not going to change anything. Sometimes I do this sometimes too. We put energy into stuff that we don't need to.
Well, that's a strong energy.
This is one of those things that I'm not finna put my energy into.
Looking it up, a lot of people feel the same way and try to make petitions to get rid of it. And I'm not against them because
I'm not saying you have. You don't have to be against them. It's not. Again, it all depends on how you look at stuff.
I think it should be longer than a month.
I don't think so.
I think our history spans longer than a month. It'd be impossible to cram everything. Now, women's rights. The 19th Amendment, correct? Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
How you know? Wait, is it back?
Yeah.
Okay. My wife said, and it's the shortest month.
But see, I'm not playing semantics with this.
It's not semantics. It's the truth.
It's there. It's there.
Is it a truth or a lie?
Yes, it's the shortest month. But again, I don't care about that.
Okay. Cool.
See, I don't care about that.
It's nothing against a woman. Is women's rights a short month?
It's 30 days.
Is breast cancer awareness month?
What, November?
October.
31 days.
Actually, no.
Oh, no.
Starts in November, ends in October.
October is before November.
Is it? No way.
Yes, it is. You don't know your you don't know your months.
I work 12 hours a day.
Don't blame me.
But no, I think it starts before October.
No, it starts in October. It's the 1st of October to the end of October because it happens during football season. This I know.
My wife did it before that.
So no, they have other events besides that, but the actual month for it is November.
So here's my thing. That month ain't short, is it? October is 21 days.
So now we're getting mad about. Now we're playing semantics with days.
It's not semantics.
Now we're playing semantics with days.
We got the shortest month with the most history in it.
So what was to happen if we didn't have a month at all?
We have the
then
shortest.
Then you would be crying about that too.
At first, they didn't want to give it to you. They want to get rid of that too. Why? We got the shortest month with the most history. How does that work? We have all the history.
You say the most history. There'll be other people that say it's not the most history.
Who got more history than us?
The white people do. I hate to say it, they do.
They don't got more history than us.
How's that?
Their biggest history is owning us.
No, it's not.
What did we make?
That's why
did we not make half of the history in there?
No.
How many things have we created?
And they made just as many. So again, you can't sit here and say that. They've made stuff too. You just automatically throwing their stuff out like they haven't done anything. Just answer my question. Yes, you are, because you're saying they did. We made this. We made this. We made this.
Right? They get their shit shown. You know what people make when they did it. When the last time you heard something that a black man invented? They don't publicize us. That's what I'm trying to get you. They don't do that
because
for us.
It's not their job to
what
do
you
us.
Mean?
That's
but they don't want to give you the
us.
history. That does not make sense.
That's not their job.
That does not make sense.
Us.
What
if
you
it
mean?
Was the other way around.
What you mean?
Different.
It can't be the other way around because you know everything that goes on. You know everything that goes on. Rod, Obama was not the first black president.
You're not
history.
No.
How much stuff?
United States versus a president of a colony. There's two different things.
You're saying that our history does not. We are on the same equal playing field.
No,
and we're not. We're not.
What we're sitting
we're not.
What you're sitting here saying is
that
there was a black. Hold on. Let me finish. You're sitting here saying that there was a black man that was a president of one of the 13 colonies. One. Okay. When there's a black man who was over the entire country, which means all 49 states plus 2
extensions. But that will make him not the first
president. That would. President of the United States.
Look it up.
United States.
Look it up. Go look it up.
Who's the first president of the black president of the United States?
Go look it up. And then a lot of
a colony is not a whole state.
Okay.
There was never a black man in charge of all 13 colonies.
Okay.
He might have been in charge of one colony.
Okay.
There's a difference between a colony and the whole country.
So why you don't know that?
Because again, they omit things out of the book that they don't want people to know. That's it.
So why is that piece of evidence not shown?
Again,
if I want to hide
it, the books
again,
who writes the books?
So that, like you said, we have the same equal things we've done. They write the books.
So they're going to put. If we wrote the books and put all our stuff in it, it would be vice versa. It'd be the same way. So there is no winning.
I'm saying we're more than 10 pages, Rod.
We're
more than a month.
So because your book only had 10 pages.
We're more than that.
So your book only had 10 pages.
So how can today's kid know about what black history is and it's nothing but 12, 15 pages?
Because you have other resources that they didn't have that we had.
So why not? I'm a school. I'm supposed to provide that with you.
No, they don't.
Yeah. I'm a school.
If the school is ran
I'm supposed to provide information.
If the school is ran by the state, they have their own curriculum.
Because every time Black History Month came around, they did their thing where, hey, you pick somebody, you write something about it, you present it. Sometimes you dressed up as it. I dressed up as Malcolm X. I did that one time. We pick somebody. We pick someone who's either invented something or change something. Sometimes a lot of people did civil rights because it was easy. It was easy. I was like, it was easy. They didn't really do the hard work of picking something. But hey, that's their business. That's people who cheat themselves out of knowing something. But a lot of people, I hate when they do that. A lot of people chose actual people, and I chose Malcolm X one time. I chose the judge. I chose a judge. I chose a lot. I went to a lot of stuff because I wanted to know. I wanted to know, and then a lot of people were bringing up that a lot of the stuff that you want to know, what you think will be in a book that is an institution of knowledge, because that's what they're supposed to give you.
No.
That's what a school is.
Because the problem with that is they give you a book, and there's so many different things in this book. They can only put so much in this book,
and that's fine.
So,
but it's a point. I feel like there's a point. There's a lot of important key factors in our history. Because mind you, that section is about us, right? If it's a Black history, it's about us. There's a whole bunch of different. You can pinpoint and grab everything from places. It don't all have to be slavery. I give you that. It don't all have to be, but there's points in our lives that we can pull and put in a book.
But they're not going to. Here's the thing:
they're
not going.
That
they're
shows
gonna,
where we were.
They're going to put.
In,
but again, though,
half of that shit is slavery.
But again, though, it's who write the books,
and that's the problem.
No,
the same people who write the books.
Here's the
wants to pull the books.
Here's the caveat behind it, though. If we wrote the books, it would be the same way.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, it would.
No,
you can't. No, we're not assuming. We're being 100%. If the Black people wrote the books, the history books, it would be the same way.
You're assuming.
No, and you're assuming the same thing by this.
No, I'm not assuming because they did it. They've done it.
I can't.
They've done it. I can't assume something that they've done. I can't make up nothing that they already have done. They've already did it. Rod, we're not even. There's so many people they can give you. There's so many people they can give you that can put in a book that they choose not to. Slavery's half the curriculum. That's crazy to me. Even though that's most of that, but we don't show the evolve of where we've came up and evolved from that.
Because to them that's not important.
So why is that? And I'm glad you. Why is that? Why is it not important to them?
Because it's them. That's just how it is. That has nothing to do with me. That's how they felt about us.
So how can I teach? Because I remember it. Because I had a teacher, Mr. Diop, went tomorrow, and he used to tell us, man, half the real teachers. He used to tell us, man, that a lot of the stuff that they give you and tell you in this book is half of a truth and a lie. Now, the half of the truth is kind of fucked up. Even though you're getting, like you said, you're getting a piece of knowledge, but not the meat and potatoes
because they're not
of
supposed
it.
to. That's the thing. Teachers, take it from somebody whose mom's a teacher.
I'm telling you.
And they have a curriculum that they have to teach.
Does it bother your mother? Wait, does your mother?
No.
She does high school, right?
No, she does middle school.
Middle school?
It doesn't bother her because at the end of the day, you can teach the curriculum the way you want to.
Yeah, because you have that right as a teacher. And him as a teacher.
Long as you give them...
Follow the guidelines.
You follow whatever guidelines that are given.
I can still put what I want out there.
I can still put what I want out there. And a lot of teachers did that. The problem is that when they want you to know something, they tell you. And so I don't get into those type of arguments with that because, again, it goes back to what we just said. You, even as a teacher, you still have the power to teach what you want to teach as long as you teach that curriculum. And the problem is a lot of teachers now, for them, it's not about that. Even black and I'm saying it's about black teachers. It's not about that. You know what it's about? Let me tell you what it's about. It's about a check.
Oh, and I give you that.
They don't care if these kids learn how to read, write, whatever, especially when it comes to history and stuff like that. They don't care because they're not there for that. Our teachers, when we grew up in school,
they were there.
They were there for that. So again, I'm not mad about how you say it. It's not in the book. It's not in the curriculum. Because again, the times have changed. So we can't fault what they're doing now because, see, we were taught the right way. Even though your book had, like you say, maybe 10 pages. So here's the thing.
So my teacher, and hell of a teacher. I don't know if he still teach at Mara or not. He was on Mr. Diop. He'll tell you. He'll be like,
And the real
I
truth,
could tell.
but again,
I could tell you this what happened.
Look when you was in school though. Look at the
I
time you was in
graduated in
school.
2012.
Again, where we are now. It's not even required curriculum. It's to the point now, if you want to learn about real Black history, they had to make classes where you signed
in college.
No. In high school.
In college
No, in high school. You know how you had American history and this and that. They literally had to go to a point and make it to where it's a required course to a certain extent. It's an elective. I'm sorry.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. Am I okay with that?
And I'm further.
I'm alright with that.
It's further along than what we perceive as a certain way. Like again,
I'm okay with that.
We don't write the history books. We don't make the books. The problem comes when everybody else tells us about our history.
But I'm okay with that.
Now that we have it to where, critical race theory and all of these things that are out there, it's to teach us not about the slavery part of it, but everything else. So when I say the stuff that happened in slavery, it needs to be there because it's a reminder still of where we're from. I can't sit here and say we need to get rid of all the slavery stuff because it would be wrong to deny that heritage to anybody else. And that's a problem that a lot of people don't understand. Because regardless of me being Black, you being Black, Asian, it's still history of this country. No matter how we look at it. We might not like it, but it's still history of this country and it's there. You can learn from it if you truly want to. Or we can put on this badge of like it's just all bad, this, that, and the third or whatever. But you still can learn from it.
Well, I'll give you this. I don't like it because you're right. Slavery is a part of our history. It happened. What happened after?
The growth.
The growth.
But again,
and I believe what's happened with the growth, everything we've done from the time slavery ended to hell, even now,
it's there though.
That outweighs the slavery. We have something that takes that.
In some people's mind, it does.
And that's my issue.
And a thing is though, it's not in everybody's mind who it does. There are people, but you can't say it because now you're basically saying we're rewriting books to take this out and put the good in.
It's not a good. I'm not gonna say it's a good. Rod, slavery happened, right? Like you said, like when people have a stat or a goal. If I'm Michael Jordan, if I'm LeBron James, who now took over Michael Jordan's record of most points.
Jordan wasn't even. Never mind. That's something else.
They did it well. No. Jordan was like number 2.
No, he wasn't.
It was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan, Karl Malone. And using that example, LeBron James took all 3. Correct? He number 1 sitting at the top. Now I'm saying that with Black history. Yes, slavery happened. But, like you said, the growth. We've have enough growth, right?
It still doesn't counteract
to erase the slavery part in books. Because we've done more than slavery.
But they're not. The reason they're not going to do that
because I think it can be done because there is
I hate to say it until we start writing the books.
Well, they won't let you write the book,
and there's your answer.
Because that's why you got the colleges that give you the classes. Now, am I mad that Black history is its own course? No. Because like you said, you want to know all history, whatever. I give you that. You want to know all history, okay. But it's cool that we have our own course. That means the person who's probably writing these books.
No, the person that's teaching that African history class is a white person.
No, again, still, I like it when the white person is telling you this because, again, not all white people are racist. We've talked about that. They're not. And then it's just it's not I feel like it is starting to become an issue where I see people looking at the White House being burned. Well, the House of Louisiana. I call it the White House because that's what they called it. I have an issue when they say, "Oh no, it shouldn't be burned. Oh no, somebody try to stop it." Man, them ancestors burned that motherfucker to the ground. And they sitting back and to me, their spirits has been released and they can finally move on. Because as long as that bitch was standing there, we gonna be here. Because you know they say that thing, you like that supernatural shit. As long as something that's holding it there.
That's not completely true.
But that's what they say.
In that sense, that's not completely
Well,
true.
do you think them ancestors were mad or happy that gone? You think they moved on?
I think most of them probably moved on before that even.
No, I think they were there.
What you have to understand with certain places, unless there's a vengeful spirit,
right.
Still no. But you got to remember, everybody who died during slavery didn't have the vengeful spirit. Some of them acts. I'm not gonna say acts, but you understand what I'm saying. Yeah. They would rather be released from this world, and they went away happy. So my point is, I'm gonna say on a plantation probably of 200 people. You don't. But see, again, you're speculating. So we don't know.
But a plantation usually
think about it. You remember Django, right?
Yeah. There were like 200 in that bitch.
But you remember when he went to go get rid of one of those brothers that he was looking for, right? Mm-hmm. You saw how happy the black girl was that was walking with him. She didn't have a care in the world. She was happy. So again, you have to be careful about how we criticize certain things, because we had some black people who were happy doing what they were doing. You had some of them that were happy that
But that's the key word.
So again,
I'm not gonna say there was no vengeful spirits there.
I'm not gonna say it wasn't, but what I'm
enough
going
for that bitch to burn down to the ground.
No, that was Annabelle. Let's be clear.
No.
Yes, it was.
Annabelle didn't do that shit.
Yes, she did.
That bitch a demon.
She was in Louisiana. She was down there.
Don't blame it on that.
No, but that's the actual.
Knicks getting their ass kicked. Oh, fuck you.
But no, what I'm saying though, and being 100% honest with you, again, we look at it as though if all the and I hate to sound like I'm playing devil's advocate, because I'm not. I'm just being truthful. That all slaves were not miserable. There were some slaves who were happy. There was some that was happy. Remember, I just gave you a prime example of one who was happy. Did I not?
That was a movie, though.
But again though, it was during slave times. Yes or no?
I don't know about happy. I don't know too many people that are happy to be a slave.
Hold on, though. But
maybe the house nigga. Maybe the house nigga.
But do you understand what I'm saying? There were some in the field. You know what? Hey, I got a roof.
I don't know about that.
I mean, you have to look at it from certain.
Happy is a strong word.
No, it's not.
Maybe content. I give you. They were content.
Content and happy are the same thing.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Content and happiness are two separate things. Two separate definitions. One's I settle for. The other one I'm completely happy.
And there were some that were happy.
I say
for the
content.
Simple fact that they had a roof over their head. They got through working. They ate. They lived. They went. To see the problem. Happy.
That's hard.
No, I can say that.
I say content.
I can say that because there was some that when the whatchamacallit was signed, they didn't want to leave. They were happy. They were happy with doing what they were doing.
It wasn't that. They had nowhere to go.
It wasn't a matter of nowhere to go.
Where were they going to go? I freed you. Now you can leave. To go where? Where they going?
But again, though, they were happy.
Where they going? That's not happy.
Because if they wasn't happy, they would have went somewhere.
Why?
They could have went and started their own plantation.
And then
or whatever.
And then died. They didn't know. We were talking about.
You already had skills to you had skills to build your own houses. You had skills to farm and do all that kind of stuff. You know how to chop down wood and trees and stuff like that. Come on now, let's be clear. These were skills that they learned by being slaves.
But a lot of them did it. Rob, where were they gonna go? How far were they gonna go for them to build these houses, knowing that I don't know if they own that or not?
They figured that out.
Because that's my thing. I was like, happy. I ain't gonna say happy.
I'm gonna keep it at that. But
because happy hard to say. Get beat and they didn't know what was happening. Thank
That
you.
was happy for them. They didn't get beat.
That's it. I'm not
So
gonna
they
say
knew what
slave.
happy. They knew what happiness was.
Hell no, I'm not gonna say
If I went a
slaves were
day,
happy.
if I went a day without
That's
getting
hard.
hit with, if I went a day without getting hit with a whip or these type of things or punishments and stuff like that, that's a good day. I'm happy. I hate
Content.
No.
Content. I'm content that hell. Today didn't beat my head in. I don't know about tomorrow though. I'm that content. Happy is strong, Rod. Happy is a strong. That's too strong to say slaves were happy at one point.
So,
I don't know about happiness. I can't give you happiness because I don't know many people. You saw 12 Years a Slave? That nigga wasn't happy. You saw Roots? That nigga wasn't
Tony
happy.
was happy. Yes, he was.
When?
I'd be a good man. No, he was happy.
Yeah, because they were going to fucking ship him off.
He was happy.
Rod, no.
He was happy.
That-
he was happy.
that-
he was happy.
He was defeated.
He was happy.
He was defeated.
No, he was happy.
He lost.
No, he was not. He was happy.
My leg is missing.
No. We talking about when
They gave you the apps.
the dad from Good Times.
They gave
he was
you-
happy. You didn't see his smile on his face.
Because they were gonna sell him off. Rod, they chopped off his foot and they gave him the option. It was either your dick or your foot. Which one?
No, that part. When he was sitting there, I'd be a good nigga.
Yeah, because they didn't want to get traded off. I didn't want to leave. Because hey, I'd rather go with the devil I know than the devil I don't know.
So,
If I go to another plantation, they're not gonna do that. They might not take too kind of that.
we're gonna wrap this up. We got stuff to do. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why this went the way it did, but hey, it is what it is.
Slave talk.
Never.
Oh, I can't say that, right?
Never again.
I'm just saying.
But
slave
at
talk.
the end of the day, just thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us, and we will see y'all. I don't know. Next week is Memorial Day. That's Monday, so we may see y'all next week. If not, it'll be the following week. So
I could do Tuesday.
I'm not.
Cause
That's out.
I got
That's why I say we might have to just.
I got my baby boy with me.
So, but ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a wonderful evening. It's been real, really real. So, y'all have a good evening.
Cocaine.